Yeah,
that's kind of funny. That's pretty good. So what's this entitlement?
You know how gamers are being entitled to do say and do what they want as far as gaming. It kind of links off what the what the devs are doing and why they're leaving, because these cats feel like they're so entitled to do shit.
I don't think that's it. Are you saying it because of the people that feel entitled to say whatever they want to these devs? That's
not only that, they feel like they should get all types of things done to their game and all this other stuff. And not only that, I mean, what was that? It was something else on Twitter that was out there.
I don't know, but we're talking about Milzo, dumbass.
Well, that's a part of it too. That's definitely a part of it too.
Oh, I didn't send him a direct invite. I really was trying to do that when I did my live stream, and
he wouldn't accept it.
No,
but I sent him a link to the podcast so he can, if he wants to tune in, he can.
Well, he know what to do.
All right, what's going on, people? What's going on, Young Noble? What's going on, Izzy?
Yeah, I was already live, so I mean, we just was ad-libbing. But nevertheless, this is episode 83 of the First and Framerates Podcast. When I said yesterday this podcast episode is going to be loaded, it is loaded. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy stuff. It ties in with gaming and sports. And this episode is actually going to lean in more on sports and actual, straightforward commentary, comparing to real life stuff that's going on in sports. We're going to have our segment when we do talk about gaming, but it's a lot of stuff going on that's outside of gaming that I really wanted to touch on. I'm pretty sure you guys who are listening, people who are going to come around are going to find this very interesting. With that being said, Bills, what is going on with you?
Chilling, man. Same shit, different day. Just working on my music, working on my craft, getting a little 2K in, and yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah. And if you haven't checked this out, the link is down in the description of the song that he put out, the rendition of How Would I Know by Whitney Houston. Please go find your way to check that out. He done a very good job. Also, he has a YouTube channel out that's dedicated to his music. I don't have the link to that, so
I'm gonna send you that. Yeah.
If you want to send it to me, or if you want to put it in the chat, that'd be great. Either way, that'll work. So that'll work out very well. So good to know that everything's on the up and up on that. And DJ, what is going on with you?
Nothing much. Just helping people whenever I can. I was a little under the weather myself. That's why I was talking about stay the hell away from me.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you didn't catch it before we was live, I am a little bit under the weather. I'm probably catching a little bug or whatever, so I may sound a little funny. I may be in and out because I'm drinking some Theraflu. But nevertheless, keep going, DJ.
Man. And just like Bills, I was playing a little 2K. Starting to get a little frustrated with certain things, but practice time works out certain kinks. There's certain things that I definitely had to get used to. And I also wanted to say I had a poll that I put out there. I know VF was going to probably talk about it after our intros, but I figured I'd do it right now.
No, go ahead.
I had a poll on Twitter. And it was just like, small talk type of poll. Which would you vote would be faster? Who would win in a race? Myself at 39 years old or myself at 20? And out of 10 people, it was split 50-50. So I'm the deciding vote. And to tell you the truth, those that voted for the 39-year-old me would be correct.
Okay, so 39 years is faster than the younger you?
Yeah. You know what they say, if you work at something, you get better at it. It's not naturally fast. So it was more quick. I was quicker when I was younger, but I'm faster now because I'm not as quick now. So
I hope y'all do. I hope y'all know what that means. Know that y'all know that does make sense because some people don't know.
In a race.
Right.
Like in a race.
Yeah, but some people
race.
Yeah, but some people don't. You gotta understand. Some people don't understand what that means. They make it seem like you're not making sense.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a person that's bringing that up.
No, I know exactly what
I'm just kidding.
No, I know exactly what it means. I just didn't want anybody to get confused.
It's like I want to make it clear for some other folks. Nah, I was actually making it clear for me, but because I didn't know what the hell you was talking about. It's like,
yeah. For me, I do not have NBA 2K20. I said myself probably about 3 weeks ago. It's not necessarily I'm not interested in it. I just told myself I'm not going to get into it day one. I probably won't get it at all. I am kind of disgusted with what Mike Wing has been doing with these casual guys, and that goes to that pretty much what you was asking about earlier, Bills, about the entitlement thing. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but I don't like how that's going. Not to saying it's a bad game, because Bill's been telling me it's a phenomenal game. It plays really well. Just don't mess it up because of these clowns who want that entitlement to feel like they're God and don't want to learn how to play basketball.
And then on top of that, you don't want to have this game messed up by people playing online that haven't updated their screen.
Oh my God. I'm surprised y'all didn't say anything about that. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna pull that, and I'm gonna let people who are watching the podcast, I'm gonna let them look at that and see what we're talking about when that goes, because that is.
Also the funny thing about that is that we know you're playing online. When your username is showing up on screen, we know you're having an online issue. Now there are legit gameplay issues, but a lot of problems on the online side. I'll say that.
But see, this is the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like when people show Madden, people show NBA 2K, 9 times out of 10 when they're showing this stuff, it's basically they're playing online competition when it comes to Madden. They're playing in comp mode or they're playing in arcade mode, and you see this foolishness stuff happen, and then they're going to say that the game is broken. Well, it's so many different factors when you're playing online in general. Your server, your online connection, their online connection, the actual EA server, and all three connections got to link up very well just to have a decent gameplay. So when something's out of whack, things are going to happen. It is what it is. People don't realize that. I mean, they still don't understand that. But nevertheless, same thing with me, man. I've been doing my live streams. Been playing Gears. I really like that game. The game's pretty fun. A lot of feedback with the live streams as far as the Dreamcast one. A lot of people really like the Dreamcast one. I think with the Gears one, a lot of people aren't used to seeing non-sport stuff, but I'm going to keep doing it because I really enjoy it. And it doesn't hurt to click a button to stream. It doesn't hurt to click a button to stream. So I mean, when I'm playing and I just cut the stream on. I also got a lot of feedback from the NCAA 14 rosters. If you haven't checked that out, the rosters look really good. The ratings look really good as well. If you haven't already checked those out, 2 more things before we start. Check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud. Link is in the description. If you're already checking us out on iTunes, share it with a friend so they can listen to it on their way to work, or whether they're at work or when they're not working. If they're unemployed and they're unemployment line, they can listen to us. So they can check us out there. Also, if you're an aspiring person that want to make YouTube videos, you can purchase your intros with Intro Champ. Check those out. The link is in the description of that as well. Excellent intros. I highly recommend them. Use them for your live streams. You can also use it for YouTube. And little did you know, you may not have known, you can actually use these intros for your presentation if you're trying to present something at your job. So I think it's a fantastic place to go. They don't do just intros for gaming. They do them from other things as well. Link is in the description. And when you do link that and then you decide to purchase something, it helps out the channel. So that works out. Let's get into these topics. We're going to talk about Antonio Brown because we were talking about the stuff in the DM, and we somewhat had a disagreement. I mean, DJ and Bills jumped on me about holding back. I know they're upset about it. I'm upset about it.
I hold up. I wouldn't say I'm upset. I would say it needs to be a disclaimer about this topic because they're going to say some things that are going to ruffle some feathers as far as what we think.
I agree.
So
I do agree.
So disclaimers put out there. It's gonna be stuff that's gonna be I
was gonna say if anybody takes offense, you'll be all right.
I mean, they already know how we roll. We're 83 episodes numbered in, but we're probably about up to,
and we're approaching 86.
Right, exactly. So anyway, I just want to put out there, if anybody been living under a rock, first of all, everybody who's in the chat, thank you guys for coming through. Izzy, Noble, Chris Thomas always coming through. Miss Cute Ladybug, love to see you here. Thank you guys for coming by, letting everybody know what we're doing around here. We're trying to provide the best content for the smallest podcast I feel that's in the world, but we're the best as well. Nevertheless, Antonio Brown allegations stem from him allegedly sexually assaulting a trainer. Also, she
It was
claimed
his personal trainer, by the way.
his
Well,
personal
former personal trainer.
right, former personal trainer. She also claimed that she was raped by him. She has some quote unquote emails and text messages with Antonio Brown saying some pretty somewhat incriminating things. So when I know when you guys were saying like you smell BS because of the timing of it, I agree. My thing is you might want to hold off because the way that she set this up is, I don't want to say this the wrong way. The way she set this up was Me Too textbook style allegation / lawsuit. If you've been looking at anything from the Me Too movement, this is exactly what a lot of these people who are part of that movement been doing. They've been settling, where they've been trying to settle out of court to make the male look bad. Maybe there's nothing there, maybe there's a little bit there, but the fact that they put out a lawsuit, it makes it very much less likely to prove a case because you only need preponderance of the evidence instead of beyond a reasonable doubt. Basically, during a civil suit, you're basically going to have one judge. This judge is going to look at the facts, or maybe more than one judge. They're going to look at the facts or look at the allegations, and they're going to come to a determination to say, hey, this might have happened. So, Antonio Brown, you're guilty. You have to pay this woman X amount of dollars. Unlike criminal court, you need evidence, you need physical evidence, you need pictures, you need all this other stuff. That's why when I was saying what you guys were saying earlier, when we was in the DM, I was like, well, hold up, because this is not the same thing as far as her just saying, he raped me, I want criminal charges put. It is a totally different ball game that does not favor AB very well. But at the end of the day, if other things come out and or if this lingers on longer and more things start to crumble, because you know stories look concrete from the get-go, and stories start to fall apart down the road. If it start to fall apart like most of these cases could do, at the end of the day, it looks like it may be going away. As of right now, it's very hard to say. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. I don't think he should be suspended right now because of an allegation. Because if you do that, you're going to cause more problems. Because if anybody get in trouble, anybody could get suspended just because somebody he said, she said stuff. So as of right now, I'm holding off a judgment. I'm just looking at what is in front of us. And as of right now, it's very hard to say what is what. Bills, I know he's with the Patriots, so I want your thoughts first on exactly how you feel and what is going on and how you feel with what is in front of us now.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody that sent their hate my way because I appreciate it, and it fuels my Patriots fandom because the Patriot fans sure as hell don't help. But all of the hate that you send my way definitely helps fuel the fire, so I appreciate it. Y'all can watch greatness again this year. As far as AB is concerned, this bitch lying. All right, that's what I got to say about that. This bitch got footage out here with her hanging out with AB and all that shit. Who hangs out with a rapist? Then he did it again. You hung out with him again. Then he did it again. You hung out with him again. I mean, come on, fam. Come on. We got to stop with this shit. This Me Too shit where they put it across that everybody's victim blaming when in fact everybody assumes the dude is automatically guilty every time. We could look at the LaShawn McCoy situation. We could look at the Ezekiel Elliott situation. We could look at the Reuben Foster situation.
Did you say Shady McCoy already?
Shady, yeah.
He's another one.
I mean, so it's like when you look at all these situations, they follow the same timeline. They pick the perfect opportunity and the perfect time to say something. But why didn't you say something in May 2017 when the shit supposedly started? Why didn't you say something in 2018 when the shit so-called continued? Oh, right. You wanted to hold your tongue.
Yeah, because she said the first two times that happened was in 2017 and he actually raped her in 2018.
Let me tell you what she is. She's a bitch that's mad because he moved on. That's what she is. And I'm being point blank with this because I don't like being PC. I don't like being politically correct. I don't like censorship. I'm not that guy. You're not going to get that from me. I think this bitch is lying. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm not even gonna get into a whole rant. I think the bitch is lying. Period.
Oh, okay then. So, DJ, what's your thoughts?
I'm with Bills, but I'm more nuanced. That's just me. I think there's BS going on simply for the fact that I'm not even going to talk about the previous 2 times because apparently the previous 2 times, okay, for the fact that I'm a personal trainer and could be put in these situations, if there was a person that I was uncomfortable with training because they acted inappropriately, I wouldn't want to train them. I would go ahead. And it's funny because she did exactly that.
You wouldn't be sitting on that bed with your drawers on either, would you?
No.
So
but the last straw obviously was the account from 2018, in which I'm sitting here right now. You can still charge them criminally.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that right now VF, let me know if I'm wrong. There's no criminal case right now, right?
No, there's no criminal case right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there a criminal case?
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna let you finish first before unless you want me to start, because I'm not gonna say play devil's advocate. I'm just going to play her side, and I'm going to let you know a lot of things based on my experience. I'm not a lawyer. I did go to school for criminal justice, and I have experience dealing with rape victims or sexually assaulted victims, and I'm just going to give you my side of that. So
let me ask you a question first.
I'm gonna let you finish first, and I'll get into that.
Go ahead, DJ.
All right. So, but the next question would be, then what about the initial police report?
That's a good point.
I'm like, we're not like at this point. She could be in trial getting justice if that's what is proven to be. Right now, she's out here getting money.
I mean,
I never did like VF in the or I don't know if it was you Bills or VF that said basically she Bill Cosby'd him. And
no, I was saying it's possibly that she's trying, but I'm gonna get into that as well.
Well, yeah, and the funny thing is that in the Bill Cosby situation, she wasn't the one that pursued after the civil. It was a random lawyer that had it out for Bill Cosby and somehow got his documents unsealed. They were supposed to be sealed. So through unethical behavior, Bill Cosby's sitting in prison right now. But that's a different story. But with AB, to pursue money first, pursue the crime first, then get your money, because it's more likely you're going to get your money if you take him through the ringers. If this happened, this actually took place, and he's proven, and let's say she did report to the police and she did take it through the criminal system, court system, and just got it out there, it'd be easier for her to pursue the civil charges just in case the criminal charges didn't stick. But at least pursue the criminal case first in order to pursue some form of justice. Money isn't justice. It's just restitution.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
If your car was stolen today, when would you report it?
To the police.
I'm calling the police. Not only where
that motherfucker's on my car. Who said 911? He stole my car. I'm not gonna find that motherfucker and sue him.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. That's a bad analogy, Bills.
No, it's not. Because think about it. If you're at the scene of the crime has happened. You feel some type of way about the crime. Are you gonna report it or sit around?
Yeah, but Bills,
rape is not stealing a car, but
that's what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying. Why are you sitting around waiting?
What you're saying is like the fact that it's a criminal situation, you should call the police because it's a criminal situation. I get
you should report it.
In either case, a crime was committed, and usually you call the police.
Yes, you report it as soon as it happens.
And with cases of rape, we understand that most of the time it doesn't get reported because of the emotional impact that it has on the victims.
That's where
we get that.
That's where I was going to go.
But we are logical over here, and it's like, okay, it's harsh to say, but you're gonna have to get over that to get justice served.
Here's the other thing, DJ. Okay, fine. Let's say she's going through a lot of emotional turmoil. Mm-hmm. A year went by. 2 years went by. So that's
you're talking about statute of limitations.
I mean, come on. Like, how long are we gonna wait? Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, your emotions, fine. How long are you gonna wait? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give you my take from the victim side, and I'm not saying that she's going through this, but when I worked in the criminal justice system, I've dealt with female, and when I worked in the prison system, I've dealt with male that was victim as well. And it's very hard for people to come forward when stuff like this happens.
I figure it'd be harder for the men.
You wouldn't believe the stories I have with some men who have been raped in jail, and they just cannot fathom themselves to come tell us about what happened to them. But neither here. I'm not saying this happened to her, but I want you guys to understand. I understand what you're saying, Bills. I understand what you're saying, DJ. Go ahead and pursue it criminally. 9 times out of 10, when females are in this situation and they feel vulnerable, it's very hard for them to even tell the story about what actually happened to them. So they be quiet about it. They go into
the emotional aspect,
right? So for them, first of all, it's hard for them to tell someone, let alone tell someone in authority, because when you're dealing with something like this, and then you don't know if you can get the story right. You may come off wrong. You may come off not believable. And not only that, it's just a traumatic experience. And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you from the mind of someone that is going through this. So it will take months, days, maybe sometime even years. Now that shit that happened with the Supreme Court justice shit, now that was some bullshit. That Kavanaugh shit, when she came back from 1982, that I don't believe that was some dumb shit. But
yeah, like most of Bill Cosby's accusers came back from like the 60s.
Same thing.
You raped me, but
same thing.
1960 something. I don't know you anymore.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's some bullshit. But I'm saying, like, when you have like a few years, a few months, it's not abnormal. I guess that.
But she's
hold up. Let me throw my piece, because I'm like, traumatic events and the willingness to come forward is dependent on the person. Case in point,
it's like
but what I'm saying, but hear me out. Case in point, I was in a horrific car accident back in 2009. Someone died in that accident, and yes, I'm revealing. I've never really revealed this on a podcast, but that happened to me in 2009. That pretty much was like the end of my semi-pro football career or whatnot, but it was the end of somebody's life. I had to give the police report. I had to give a witness account of that accident. I could remember every single moment of these events. Right now, I could tell you every single moment of that event. So the way that traumatic situation affected me caused me to remember and come forward with what I saw versus somebody else.
I don't think she has a problem. I don't think.
Well, you just said there it said some certain victims. We don't know with her. In particular, because she hasn't revealed a whole lot.
But here's my other question.
It's not in the fact of not remember. It's like when you have to go back and tell somebody a story or something of that magnitude to come back to you. You may remember everything, but them words coming out your mouth or even just writing it on paper may be so dramatic.
But
you know what you just said, that you're exactly right, because even saying on the surface what I just said sparks some emotions.
Right.
But again, it depends on the person whether they can deal with their emotions and deal with it logically, like I am. Like that's what I do, but I'm different.
Well, let's think about this though.
What you about to say, Bill?
Okay, let's say she had that traumatic experience, right? She's acting just like the people who say they hate their job. Well, I hate my job. I'm gonna go back though.
A Stockholm syndrome.
But But I'm sorry.
That's
After a while, that can't be an excuse, bro. You're a grown ass woman. I'm sorry. You got raped, right? That's what happened, right? So you're gonna go back?
But that was the last thing that happened, though, Bills. That wasn't like she got raped and went back. That was the last thing that happened.
She said it happened 3 times.
Well, the second time he pretty much masturbated and nutted on her back.
Right, that's like those are sexual assaults. But
he was near her and did that mess.
Yeah, he said like
I would have been gone. She left. I agree. She terminated her services after that, but then he apologized. He apologized or what. It didn't. So whatever how she wound up training him again.
Okay,
and then it led to.
I gotta figure out that last time that actually happened where they like to.
Because when I was reading the series of events, it was like, okay, it happened the first time. I don't even know. It was kind of like the way I was reading the article. The way they didn't even explain how they reconciled that.
Yeah,
and then when the second thing happened, that shit was gross. That shit was gross when I read it.
So you're telling me raping her? Oh yeah, that's fine. But coming on my back, oh, that's the last straw.
No, wait a minute. Slow down.
No, Bills. The rape was the last straw.
The last straw. Yeah,
the coming on her back was the second.
So what was the first?
So I'm thinking. By the second time, she did what she was supposed to do. She got out of that situation, being his trainer and all. But the thing is, she wound up going back because somehow they reconciled that. That's the part that's kind of.
See, this is the thing. I don't know what the first time or the third time was. I don't know. I don't even know if they got back together and he did that. I don't. But I'm just saying, there's the emails, the texts that allegedly happened. There's things that he's saying that what he did to her in the text that he sent, which is very problematic for him. He basically said that what I did to you, I felt like I raped you. If that's true, that's a big problem for AB.
Felt like.
Yeah. We got to remember that their relation. We got to remember.
So that had to have been in reference to the second.
But hold on, no. Right. We got to remember that
must have been a reconciliation. I'm sorry, Bills.
We got to remember
in the reconciliation portion.
Yeah,
that led to the third thing.
But we also got to remember that clearly video footage shows their relationship was far more than professional.
Yeah.
So we can't even sit and that has to play a role.
No, it does. But see,
and that was the part I was thinking about too just now.
These are the type of things that's going to come up in the civil side of the court because when
called discovery.
All the things that we're talking about now is going to show up in court. But the problem with this is, and like I said, what I said earlier when we was talking earlier, like hold on, because this is not a criminal case. This is a civil case, and all this stuff it's not as cut and dry to say that somebody's lying or this, that, and the third, because if they can find out that he did the emails alone, that could be enough for her to garner a monetary case. I still don't think it'll be a criminal case because when it comes to, because see, this is what I said I thought she was trying to do. Once she wins in civil court, they may try to transfer this to criminal court. Now, once they do that, there's no evidence, physical evidence to say what actually happened what I know now. So I don't think that will fly. Will money be exchanged? If those emails and texts come to find out that they were, somewhat legit, it's a very high possibility that he's going to have to shell out some money. That's the problem that I was saying. Like, I don't know if she's lying. She maybe is, but even if those emails are doctored, they need to find out that those emails and texts are doctored fast. Because if they don't, at the minimum, he may have to pay some money. And if he does that, you already know how society is.
We already seen that Tyreek Hill situation.
Right.
Where they claim, we had his voice on the. I mean, come on, it's just
and that's the part that I'm more disturbed about.
And hold on, here's another thing, real quick. What's going on with this Boogie Cousins shit? Because that's quieted down real quick too.
You know what? It quieted down so fast. I didn't even have time to investigate it. He's supposed to beat up somebody in Alabama or something like that.
He claimed he threatened to. I guess on the phone they claim it was him. He threatened to kill his baby mother because she wouldn't let his son go to his wedding. And here's what gets me is
I can't even, I don't even know what to say about that.
But here's what kills me is like she had a friend, of course, sitting there recording it. Johnny on the spot, trying to catch him saying something, pissing them off, probably egging them on, like these chicks do.
That's what it all started with Donald Sterling with his racist ass. That's what she did to him.
Well, he's dumb.
let's be honest.
He's dumb.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, he may be racist as fuck, but you know how that went down. I mean,
he's a dumbass.
Yeah.
Right.
She clearly did that. Like,
he needs to stop trying to chase that young cooter, fam. They ain't there for him.
Hey, some of never mind. What you about to say? Now, anything else y'all got on this?
Young Noble says she's just mad he nutted on her back and bowed.
I wasn't even going to say that, yo.
That's what I said. Shit.
Stupid. JB, I'm not going to put what Young Noble put. He trying to get us banned. I'm not putting that shit up. But I'll put what JB put. But this is really pretty much what we're all been saying. Even Miss Cute Ladybug said there's a video floating around of her and her friends showing text messages that she's after money.
Of course,
I believe that she is. I mean, there's no doubt about that. My thing is let's just really be careful about just saying certain things, because I don't want us, as a podcast, to be like incorrect. That's all I'm just. You know what I mean?
Well, hold on. Why do we have to be worried about being correct when the other side doesn't worry about us being incorrect or correct or anything?
Because we gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard. I guess
that makes us elite. You already know that.
Yeah, we gotta hold ourselves to a higher. Elite. We can't all go on Twitter and bitch and pretend we didn't say certain shit. And
exactly.
We can't all be that guy that has gray in his beard yet acts like a little ass kid.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to get that to that entitlement. I can't wait to that. That's cool.
Okay. JB said, and on top of that, she filed a civil suit and raised the money for a federal charge so she could get millions instead of thousands.
You know what? Yeah. And that's another thing I was going to say that y'all may not notice, but I put this in the DM earlier. Remember when I put in the DM earlier, said that she filed the minimum that she could go to court?
Yeah.
The minimum is $75,000, but she's trying to flip that to get millions. She just put that out there so it don't look as bad for her to go out and just say, okay, I'm just going to put in for the $75,000. But on the back end, once everything comes out and if she wins, she's trying to get billions. Like, no joke.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you want real justice, you file for criminal charges, then get the money, because the criminal case will highly support. It's almost automatic. It's like she's basically going fishing at this point.
No, that's the thing. The problem with it, DJ, is this just shows you that it is not what is out to be, because we already said, like, if she got raped, it'll be evidence. If it's evidence, it'll go to criminal court. The fact that she doesn't have all this stuff, that's why she went down to civil court, because civil court, you don't have to prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt. You only have to prove preponderance of the evidence. That's why these text messages and these emails and all this is out there. Now, just like what JB said, JB could get AB and his lawyer can go around and show the video.
Well, he's already countering for
extortion.
Right, exactly.
And also, I'm looking at the fact that she's a personal trainer. Maybe he didn't pay for her services.
Well, maybe he did.
After a while, he probably wasn't paying for a goddamn thing. She was training him, all right.
Yeah, she was training him.
Stretching him out,
he was stretching her out. That's what I said.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. If it was Dwight Howard, it'd be the other way around.
Oh shit. Man, we don't want to. Here we go. Kyle Kuzma better watch yourself.
And that motherfucker tried to act like he was happy to leave Atlanta. Shit.
I know, right? Knowing he got 2 houses in Atlanta. Nigga, you ain't ready.
All them niggas he was leaving in Atlanta. Let me
see.
The outhouse and the in-house.
No, he got an outhouse and an in-house in both of the houses. All right, man. Let's jump to these devs leaving Twitter, man. That was a good discussion, honestly, man. I'm glad that I feel I have the best co-host. I think we have the best podcast out here. No joke. We ain't trying to be all flashy or trying to be funny or trying to be jokey.
Oh, shit. Noble said he paid her with them back shots.
Exactly. Oh, we just try to be up front, man, and try to be informative and let you guys know what's happening. Anyway, these devs leaving Twitter, man. What's going on with these devs leaving Twitter, man? I mean, Clint left, A. White left. Man.
Overstepping their bounds. Well, except for the party that put up.
Well, look. Well, we see
people-
who didn't leave. We see who didn't leave. Twitter Mike ain't leave. He's still there.
You mean Captain Caveman?
Yeah, Captain Caveman. Captain Save a Casual. That's what.
Oh no, hey VF, you should play that clip that I shared. That
and that was funny. But the devs are leaving Twitter. What do you guys think about it? Warranted?
Donald Sterling was dating a tranny.
I'm not touching that.
Wait, what?
I'm not
Who
touching
said that?
JV.
Oh shit!
I don't know nothing about that. I just know he's racist. I'm not touching none of that other stuff.
Apparently, he's racist and freaky.
Confused.
Let me tell you something, man. These older Caucasian men with a lot of money, I wouldn't put it past.
He's like, I don't know where I'm going, but
Hey, yo,
I know I want to get in that car.
Hey, let me tell you something. He should have said, "Lift that neck up, lift that chin."
Oh,
Lift that chin real quick. I want to see something.
About these devs leaving Twitter, man. What is to make of this, Clint? AY, I mean, the whole Madden community has just had a slew of problems, and I'm going to expound upon that. But DJ, the fact that they left Twitter, good thing, bad thing, and what are your personal thoughts?
I say it's a good thing because I want to see where all these rats run to. All these damn rats that keep squirming, trying to find their favorite dev to bitch at because something they don't like with a game. I just want to see where they go to next. I'm like, Ronnie 2K, you got to fire Ronnie 2K. He may be is he off of Twitter too?
No, he's still there. He's still there.
I just know that I think it's a good thing. It gives those people that really don't deserve that much, especially in the age of people just handing out death threats over messed up releases, glitches, and stuff like that. I think it's a good thing. It gives the devs a peace of mind. They don't have to worry about, and properly places it in the community manager's hands. So Ryan 2K needs to stay there and take all those shots. So the rats are going to run to him. They're going to run to whoever the community manager is at EA, run to him, and they got to deal with it. They're trained to deal with the public.
But you know how this started, right? This started because Ronnie 2K lied about things that's supposed to be in 2K.
Well, yeah, I've seen the videos of people saying that, well, what they told us, that's not what we got. That we were lied to.
Right, and I don't know how in the world.
But hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. Who told them folks to trust Ronnie 2K in the first place?
Wait, what was he saying? What was he saying was going to be in though?
They would never meet or only meet at these special events in a day of their life.
But what was he saying was going to be in that wasn't in though?
Honestly, I cannot. I don't.
Who cares? He doesn't make the game. There are only three people on 2K that I trust: Czar, Mike. I wasn't going to say his last name. And Scott OG. And Scott OG is the most trusted out of all of them.
Yeah, beyond Scott OG is the only developer that continues to follow me after. I mean, I didn't say nothing out of the way, but he's the only one that still follows me, and he'll DM me every now and then asking me how I'm doing or whatever. I mean, we're not down like that. But he's always been upfront about anything that he can talk about. He has not been funny or whatever. Even when I made the 2K17 video and Czar unfollowed me and LD2K followed me, Scott OG was like, look, I'm in the business of making a game better, and I don't understand what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we all know that sensitive ass fake Questlove looking nigga it was gonna get bitter every time we criticize the game, despite the fact he used to do the same shit we did before he got a suit.
Yeah,
he forgets that. He forgets where he came from.
Yeah, that's how people felt about Barack Obama before he got in the White House.
Well, that's a whole different. There's a lot of different factors for him doing what he did. That,
Well, I know that. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
once you get in, you understand the process, and sometimes you just gotta fall in line and play the game.
Okay, Eastwick Baller is here, and he's a first-time poster on the podcast. He said, Ronnie said you can respect your build, but Ronnie is a creative director. He's a creative director. I didn't know.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No,
he's the PR guy.
No. No.
Well, hold on. Eastwick Baller.
Ronnie's the PR guy. What the
let's dig into this, Eastwick Baller. Let's dig into this for a second. Okay. You could literally tweet to Czar, why don't the defensive settings for individual players seem to work, and he'll unfollow you.
Czar,
he has thin skin, bro.
My thing about Czar,
Czar was the offensive guy.
I don't know what he is.
Shadow G's the defensive guy.
He gets offended.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know about offensive.
You got to understand where we're coming from. This probably may be your first or second time coming to the podcast. We're a group of guys that don't pull our tongue, and we don't
hold our tongue.
We don't hold.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. We don't hold our tongue when we say things.
We don't pull any punches.
We don't pull any punches. We tell you if a game is good.
Two analogies.
I know, right? We tell you if a game is good. We tell you if a game is bad. And if you're going to give us the feedback after we give you feedback that is negative, what are we supposed to do? We don't kiss up to anybody. Right. We'll tell you if a game is good, a game is bad, and this, that, and the third. And for me to commentate on somebody that is actually doing a disservice to your gamers, and you get mad at me and unfollow me because of that, that's a problem. I don't care how respected you are in the community. I don't care how long you've been in the community. I don't care what you've done for the community. When you have a title to at least be cordial with the people that you're dealing with, and you can't do that, and somebody call you out on it, and you get mad and you want to unfollow, like the woman from Live, she blocked me for me telling her, like, y'all didn't make this game up.
No, she really has thin skin.
Right,
she really got thin skin.
I told her the game is not up to par. Y'all need to do something about it. I get blocked.
What the hell happened to her anyway?
Who cares?
Honestly, yeah.
I think she's still on there. But the big thing about her, I would have taken offense if somebody, took shots at her for like literally no reason. Like,
right.
You talk about damn near, threats sent her way. I'm like, she don't even make the game. She just supports her man. So
wait, what?
Wait a minute. Are we talking about the same thing?
Emma Sola?
Oh no, I was talking about the Czar and his wife.
No. We're talking about chick from NBA Live, the Dev.
How is Live even getting in there?
Because he's talking about Dev
around being even
talking about Dev.
Yeah, DJ, slow down. What I was saying was, we here at First and Framerates, we have no problem being upfront with developers just because they have a title. If something's wrong with your game, we're going to say something about it. And
I got that.
And if you want to give us negative feedback because we're giving you honest feedback, that's a problem.
But see, that's the thing. So I'll give my thoughts on this. I think they're realizing what I said. They don't need to be on Twitter. You don't see Beyonce dropping polls about what my next album should be about. She don't sit there and interact with these fans. I'm sorry. It might seem like I'm trivializing the voice of the community, but quite frankly, they have no business interacting with us. They make a simulation basketball game. They don't need to consult with us. We ain't making the game. They are.
We've been saying that since what, Madden 13?
We have. We've been saying it for the longest time. What I told you where the shit started. It started with that Game Changer program when they wanted to fake kowtow to motherfuckers, and then what ended up happening was those private fly-ins turned into public events because they wanted to kowtow to the masses. And then when you realize that it's time to get a beta code, they don't give a fuck about you. So the thing is, on Twitter, they got themselves into this situation.
They really did.
They got themselves into this situation by having the devs come on and want to interact with everybody and answer everyone's question. Because what they do is they show favoritism. When you ask about issues with the game, you can't get the time of day. Let you say, oh my God, my team's great this year. You're going to retweet, follow.
Bills, why do you think a lot of people are in favor with the Czar? The reason why, because when he did the Sim Nation podcast, it was an excellent podcast. Not saying nothing wrong with the podcast. In those days, I had no problem listening to the Czar. It was cool. Those same guys transitioned over when he started working for 2K. Everybody was buddy. But the flip side of that, people started seeing that shit.
He's grandfathered into favor with the community. He's grandfathered.
It's not even that, Bill.
Emeritus.
Bills, it's not that. The other people started seeing that, and then they started saying, "Hey, look, why is this going on for such and such and such? But we can't get a regular feedback comment from you."
Yeah.
Now where he's at now.
But see, and then you to go back to Live for a second, let's talk about another dev. Since we're talking about devs on Twitter acting crazy. Cornell Gunter, whatever the fuck his name was, he worked for NBA Live, and there was one day apparently he got into some car accident, which I'm not trivializing because it can definitely be traumatic. But my thing is, he's hanging out on Twitter watching wrestling and shit. Somebody walks up and starts asking a question about the game.
Somebody, shut up. It wasn't somebody. Tell him who it really was.
I don't even remember. Who was it?
It was you.
No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't. No. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Trust me. I would admit if it was me. No. Somebody else asked the question, and I said, "Are you fucking serious? You're sitting here watching wrestling right now." And that's when he blocked me. Because he was sitting there the whole day talking about wrestling, and somebody asked when's it gonna be a roster update, and when are we gonna be able to edit players? Oh, I'm not talking about that. I just had a car accident. Get the fuck out of here.
No, hold on. Let me bring up this in the chat.
Hold on. So, Bills, you piggybacked off somebody else and he blocked you.
He blocked me because he knew I'd been coming at his ass constantly about the game because he'd always be the first person to even tell somebody they don't know what they're talking about. He was just crazy thin skin. I got tired of it.
I was low-key right.
I was like, yo, you act like a bitch right now. And
all right.
Go ahead, DJ.
What's the comment so I can put it up?
Yeah, Eastwick Baller put, I know a few people who give Czar tons of negative feedback, and he usually listens unless you're disrespectful. Now, I do remember some time ago where Czar just, he because he was responding to somebody, ultimately disrespected consumers.
This is why I made my video. It might be still
and it was in reference to the fact that there was the gameplay footage was cutting into the time, like because the game was going to be released 2 weeks. Like they were withholding gameplay and features and stuff like that as far as information. Like VF, I think it was you, the one that was asking about information on the game.
And I don't want to make the video because what they did was they started berating the people who were trying to buy their game. They were telling them,
they literally said that you're just gonna buy the game anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what got when Nazar and Ronnie 2K said it doesn't matter how much gameplay we're going to show you, you're gonna buy the game anyway. Yeah, once that happened, I was done. I was like, no, I can't deal with people like that because though it wasn't even us. It was regular guys, casual gamers that had no idea. They were probably just happy as hell just to communicate with somebody who's developing their favorite game. And for you to talk to people like that, that's fucking wrong. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You could be Peter Moore. You could be what's that guy? Cam Weber. Clint Oldenburg, you can be all of them. You don't talk to people who's buying your game. You don't do people like that. That's fucked up. That's why I was mad about that.
Yeah, and that is bad.
That's terrible. You don't do people like that.
That is horrible.
And see, Eastwick Baller asking a question. Oh, and that's bad, dog. If you're in a business of customer service, you don't talk to people like that.
Yo, Eastwick. Here's the thing, bro. You gotta understand this. People are spending money on this game yearly. They're wanting information prior to purchasing the game because they want to see what they're spending their money on.
I want to find that video on my channel.
Yeah. So if you go as a person that is selling that product and you say, what does it matter what's in there? You're gonna buy it anyway. They're basically calling you a number. They're calling you a dumbass. It's not about being customer service though.
No, you're right. It's not dev isn't in customer service, but you still.
Here's the thing: once you start interacting with the public, you are in customer service.
Not only that, you're the face. You are a face of a company, and with that being said, you represent that.
You represent the company.
You don't talk to people like that.
So here's the thing: you work in customer service, right? I'll give you a perfect example. Since you're saying you work in customer service, let's say you work the Sprint because I worked at Sprint. Let's say the CEO of Sprint is in the store, right? He's standing over by the iPhones. A customer comes in and asks him, hey, what's in the new iPhone? What's new about it? He says, what does it matter? You're an iPhone user. You're going to get it anyway. What does that do?
I don't give a damn if you're the CEO.
What does that do? But I'm saying, if we're talking about customer service, then let's go to the top. The
Bill,
CEO of the company.
They don't even have to be the CEO. If you wearing something that says that you represent that company, you could be the goddamn janitor. You know, you are a part of Sprint. You are a part of Apple. You just don't.
It's arrogant.
Yeah, you don't talk to people when you're representing the company, no matter how significant you are in that company. You just don't do that.
It's arrogant.
You know what I mean? I understand people want to defend certain devs. I mean, I get it.
They showed what they thought about us, though. With that comment, they showed exactly what they thought about it. We're a bunch of dumbasses, and we're just a number. And you're gonna buy the game, so it doesn't matter if you ever get gameplay footage, and it shows in their actions.
Right now, here's the thing that also ended that year. Remember the rash of people that, like, when they would pre-order a game, they would take a picture of the receipt and then flash it on Twitter. You don't see those anymore.
Of course not.
After all that.
Of course. Why would you? They don't care.
But the thing is that I'm like, that whole exchange, that whole message that they put out, obviously they didn't intend, but they wound up putting out the wrong message. It stopped all that. Like, you really do not see people posting, "Oh, look, I pre-ordered this," and they showed a receipt from GameStop. Well,
they can't. They can't deal. They'll deal with all the positive feedback when they have control and they're able to filter what feedback gets out there. They're fine, but as soon as some negative feedback comes on, they can't handle that. They gotta run. They gotta run away.
Let's flip this real quick. I understand why devs leaving Twitter, because for us, we don't come at the devs the way that some people have come to them to make them leave. I get it, but the flip side that you gotta understand why, we say the things we say. We expect them to know what they're getting into, and if they get into they need to learn. I ain't gonna say they need to learn. They should filter out all the negativity. They know who the people are in this community that are actually giving honest and straight up feedback to these games. They know the ones who are trolling and being bitches. They know the ones who just hate you just for hating you.
Let me give that perspective. As an artist, I deal with feedback constantly, especially from my manager.
Right there. That's all you need to see right there.
A lot of it is negative feedback. So it's like she doesn't toot my horn. She doesn't tell me how great I am all the time, because that's not productive. But the point I'm giving you is, I put out music, I put out covers, I put out all of that different shit. And the thing is, I know who to listen to. I know who not to listen to. I know what information's, valuable. I know what information is not valuable. If you go into an art-driven career path and you expect your product not to be criticized, or you can't deal with your product being criticized, you have no business in that element. It's almost like putting a picture of your ugly ass baby up on the internet and you get mad when somebody rashes your ugly ass baby. Don't put a picture of your baby on the internet then. You can easily say, yeah, people shouldn't be rude, but they are, and they are. So why would you even do that?
Once you put it out there in public space, it's fair game.
It's open for anybody to talk about. And look, I'm on the side of people not talking about shit that they don't know about. But in this country and in this world, people are allowed to talk about shit and give their opinion even when nobody really gives a fuck. The issue is, when devs realize that they actually do give a fuck more than they put off as, they got to keep that same energy. Don't run off Twitter. Fuck that. Ain't nobody gonna run me off social media. Fuck a stranger gonna run me off social media.
Let me tell you what I think that happened, and we could jump to this entitlement thing, because that goes hand in hand with the reason why these devs left Twitter. The problem with these devs are leaving. So I believe that this might have been a business from probably guys that are over their head. Because I think in the beginning, it was all fun and games for them to be on Twitter, and EA and 2K probably said, yeah, that's cool. But after they probably saw some tweets, they probably seen what was going on. They say, you know what, you might need to fall back. So they might not have done it on their own. People over their head probably telling them to do so.
What did they do before social media existed?
Oh man, I wish we can go back to that though. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what they did? They released the game and said, "Shut the fuck up, buy it or don't buy it."
Pretty much.
Because here's the thing: what we're saying, and that's the thing. I go back to Eastwick Baller. It's okay to have that mindset of either you're gonna buy the game or you're not gonna buy the game. It's okay to have that mindset, but it's horrible PR to put it out there, and it is very arrogant to put it out there. I think plenty of things about people who listen to my songs and say whatever. I don't give a fuck about half their opinions, but to say it is completely different because optics are so important with everything when you're in the public eye.
That's exactly why we were saying what the Czar and Ronnie 2K said about 2K17 was so,
especially Ronnie 2K's old sorry ass,
right? Because he was the one that actually said it, and I think the Czar was the one that liked it. Or something. I think the video's still up on my channel, but it's you just can't do stuff like that. You just can't. That's just us, as small as we are, but we still like I said, we're still the best podcast out there. That's just us telling people, fuck it. You know what time we're going to be here. Y'all going to listen to us anyway. Man,
no, not even. That's like somebody asking, what are y'all talking about tonight? It don't matter. You're going to listen anyway.
Right.
And that's basically what it would
And the only people watching is us three. Just us three just watching.
Right. Three people are watching right now.
Right.
You got one like and a tumbleweed flying through your fucking, like, get out of here.
Right. Anyway, this entitlement situation with these gamers feel like they can talk to devs all kind of way. Not only that, they feel like they can talk to each other all kind of way because they have a certain status, or they feel like they're doing a little bit things a little differently, or they got a bigger following on social media. It's creating a really big problem to the point. You know what? No, we'll talk about it later.
No, say it.
No, this is about the development of games, but that's something else. They feel like they're better than other people to the point where you can't check them, you can't say anything to them to try to basically help them out. They're never wrong, and when they are wrong, they try to double down and say stupid shit to continuously be wrong, and it gets to the point where it's not even that serious. Dog, you're not entitled to anything. I don't care if you have 700 followers, if you have 7 followers. The main thing is you need to be true to yourself. And Bills, I got a question. DJ, I got a question. What is wrong? What is wrong with saying, you know what, fellas? I was wrong about that. My bad.
There's plenty wrong with it. Don't you understand? In this era, you can't be wrong. There's no such thing as being wrong in this era. You can just say, look, it's my opinion. But you can't be wrong.
But it's impossible. It's factually incorrect what you're saying,
bro. If you go on Twitter right now and say 2 + 2 is 5, motherfuckers can't tell you you're wrong.
Or if I say something like, I identify myself as a woman.
We ain't going there. But I mean,
Chappelle would have one where it's like he thinks he's Chinese inside. Why you talk like that?
Yeah, right. You could say, hey. I could say that Marcus Smart is the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
Okay, I'm not going to go back and go through the Twitter.
I mean,
he doesn't even deserve of his face or his words on our podcast. But Mills, we've had it out with Mills before and back and forth. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I will give him props. He was the one that gave me beta codes for Madden 20 when nobody else did. I do appreciate that. And but with that being said,
that's old news. Fuck him.
That's what I'm saying. It's bullshit now. I don't give a because he literally put out there saying that NBA 2K had no updates to their franchise or my GM, and Bills checked them on it, and all of a sudden he feels that what Bills is saying is incorrect, even though Bills tell the story.
Hold on. And to be fair, it wasn't just me. Because so many people came and checked him on 2 separate posts that he said, well, I'm going to turn my account into a meme account now because I'm a little bitch and I can't handle criticism.
Bills, tell the story about what happened, man.
So basically, Mills came on and asked when people were going to criticize 2K the way they criticize Madden for franchise, to which I said they updated franchise this year. He responded with, oh, really? Where? I posted a link. He didn't respond, to which he used an excuse. I was streaming. Okay, cool. Whatever. Then VF came and responded and said, look, Bill sent you a link and said, here are the improvements in franchise. After you said that there were no improvements. He said
exactly what I said. I took his tweet and I retweeted it with my own quote. I said, when you try to say that 2K made no improvements without finding any evidence.
Yeah.
And that's when he came to me and said that, what he said, I couldn't remember.
He said you were big brothering for me.
Right.
I ain't never seen someone get their ass whooped by a person. You come and kick them, and you big brother. That's what that's like. That's like I go and knock somebody the fuck out. VF goes and kicks him in the skull one more time, and it's, VF was the one that knocked him out. No, motherfucker.
You was already knocked out.
You was already knocked the fuck out. You were on the ground, brain splattered, waiting for the EMTs to come. Hopefully they can revive your ass. That's what was happening. And then VF came and said, oh, hey, by the way, this is what happens when you try to act as if this shit wasn't putting in 2K, but it really was.
Google, so then I basically like, all you had to do is Google it.
That's it. He just told you to use Google. He tried to help you. He tried to help you, dumbass. Did you listen? No, you kept going. Oh, well, so then he wanted to crawl into defense mode. Oh, I'm being attacked. It must be two podcast friends that are talking because they're using the same terminology.
It doesn't matter if this was somebody around the corner, around the street. If I saw the shit on my timeline and I feel like I wanted to say something about it, I'm going to say something about it.
If I see somebody on Twitter get excited about a fucking Cheeto KFC sandwich and then your dumb, corny, sorry ass goes and gets excited about it, am I going to say, oh, you guys must be butt buddies?
You know what?
I mean, seriously, fam.
Let me go. Let me see. Is this in the chat? Hold on. Let me see something.
What's going on?
I don't see it in the chat.
What?
Pete put something in the chat and I don't see it. I'm gonna put it out here though. But this goes along with what Mill said and the dev said. It says seems like they only care about feedback, people who give them an emotional jerk off session and the ones telling them to go.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. I mean, because what it comes down to is this is what Mills wants. Mills wants retweets and likes. He doesn't want replies. When he sees a reply pop up in his notification, he starts sweating because he has to be a grown-ass man and do what? Give a retort. And he has to, God, knock on wood, he has to, you hear me knocking on wood? You hear that? He has to, knock on wood, have a fucking intelligent response. So that really makes him sweat. And then if you're really knocking on wood, he has to promptly do that without thinking for 30 minutes. So for people with a small brain, it's very hard for them to formulate any type of intelligent retort to somebody who's bringing facts. So Mills can't do that. So he crawls into a little ball like the snowflake that he is, and it's only fall, but we're already seeing snowflakes come out. And he's like, oh my God, I can't handle this. So I have to talk about, just like Ryan Moody said with his bitch ass. Yeah, I'm coming for everybody tonight. He says, oh, well, look at your posse. He took it from the Ryan Moody playbook.
Yeah, I remember. You're right. I remember when Moody did jump on us about.
He went to the Ryan Moody playbook because God forbid me or DJ or you or DJ see something happening on the newsfeed and wants to come and comment because it's so fucking stupid. Well, are we gonna forget that Mills was the same person who was defending the Indianapolis Colts fans for booing Andrew Luck? He was the same guy. He was the same guy who then, when I gave a response and said, well, what about when they cheer after a player initially was injured? He fucking defended that.
All right, hold on one second. I'm going to have to go, not this episode, but another next episode. I'm going to look into it. I think I have an auto moderator in this chat because some people are putting stuff on the chat that's in the live stream, but it's not showing up on YouTube. Maybe y'all can see it. I don't see it.
And let's dig into this part. Let's dig into this part of it. So
you definitely do have an auto moderator because I see it too.
Yeah, I have an auto moderator. Yeah, I want to apologize for that because we did not know.
Oh, you know what? It's probably the curse word. So if you're saying anything 4-letter, it's probably not making it. And that's not VF doing anything. That's not any of us doing
you already
anything.
Know that.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I just noticed that because Pete put something up earlier too. Now, Noble just put something up as well, and I don't see it. I don't. Maybe they.
So let's
He
say
made a video.
I'm gonna read.
Damn.
Oh wow, he made a video about you today.
Oh yeah, no, he made a video about Noble a long time ago.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was wild.
So let's go into the next layer with Mills because there's a lot of deep layers with this fucking gray bearded fuckboy.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
I think I think I have the audio of that rant.
So yeah, let's get to this. Let me preface it.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish that because I want to get into the other basic gamers that are entitled as well.
Well, let me preface that. So this was the same dude. You remember at the beginning of this conversation when I said he said that 2K did nothing with franchise this year? Well, this is the same dude who went on a rant about Madden's franchise, the franchise that he was defending, the franchise mode he was defending just yesterday. He went on a rant about it days after Madden release. So go ahead, DJ.
So let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, we're working on that.
Hold up.
Oh no. It's a 3-year process.
You hear this?
You know what else was a 3-year process? Road to the show. And Sony San Diego kicked that stuff out of the stadium.
Who is that?
Bro,
That's Mills.
He's so much more than
okay.
Superstar Mode has been in Madden since 05.
Superstar mode has been in Madden since 06, I think.
And for those of y'all who think that's Billy Gunn, no, it's just Mills. Go ahead. You have any more?
It's still coming. He's in a pause moment right now.
Oh yeah, he's in.
I'm saying right now. Is there anything I'm saying right now that anyone wants to argue with?
Listen to the anger,
The hate.
listen to the hatred.
It's like the
I'm
passion.
okay with it. If you have an opinion, I'm okay with that.
The gray hairs are sprouting as he's
Jesus.
yelling.
Excuse me, Pug, for taking it.
Just for Men is hitting up his phone as he speaks.
Why are franchise mode fans kicked out on the street every year?
Damn, on their ass.
Every year.
Grrr!
Guys like Deuce Douglas, who go in there. Deuce Douglas has an entire symposium on what you could do with franchise mode.
I think we can stop here. I think that
We can stop. That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
So, folks, bear in mind how quickly he changed his tone. It was the next day.
Yep. No, not even 24 hours
It
later.
was the next day. He said, I'm just gonna go back and play franchise mode now. You know what? I that rant yesterday was, I was angry, but I said a lot of things that I probably. It's like he's apologizing to a chick that he knows is too good for him, which I'm sure he's done before. And he's just, I really didn't mean a lot of the things I said, and I was angry. Get the fuck out of here. He's a game changer. He doesn't change anything about the game, but he's a game changer by title.
No, that's tell you everything.
He's
That's
not
going to happen because he's streaming right now.
Fuck him.
So, but he does. I did send the link to the podcast, not to come into the channel, but to watch. If you
Noble, not an EA
multi-view
nut
it.
changer, an EA nut hanger.
All right.
Hold on. Here's the last one because we're talking about Entitled. So real quick, I got to bring this up so we can get everything out. This is the same dude who also got bitter at us because we called out not him, but EA for giving him the platform of releasing the blog last year. It was that guy. Go ahead.
No, DJ, I want your feedback about a lot of these gamers who are having this issue with feeling like they are entitled for basically unrealistic stuff in not just sports games, but in just games in general.
Well, it's to me, it's simple. People are still trapped in their own bubbles. It's a microcosm of society as a whole. Society is like that. Everyone wants what they want, and they're surrounded by what they have collected, what their views and their life. It's all in a bubble, and they expect if they were to go outside that bubble, for it to be the way it was inside the bubble when that's not reality. That's the same with gaming. Everyone thinks that a game should be playing a certain way based on their view of either football, basketball. I'm like, I think it's ridiculous that people have views on how a first-person shooter should operate. Knowing half these motherfuckers never shot a gun in a day in their life.
Half?
75%, 80%. I would say about 90% of people that have played these first-person shooters and never shot a gun to that caliber, especially these futuristic shooters. No one's shot a gun that nature, but you're gonna tell a dev how those guns should shoot? It's just stepping beyond. It's stepping over boundaries. It's going above your pay grade, and feeling like your way is the way when that's not reality. It's just part of the way. Yeah. I'm like, there's your perception, there's others' perception, there's a collective perception, and then there's reality. And I think once people get out of these little bubbles and these little bigger bubbles and step into reality, they won't be so entitled anymore.
I told you the only way this can happen is if motherfuckers start being told that their opinion don't mean shit. Until that happens, this will continue. Because back in the day, and I know y'all can attest to this because y'all older than I am. Back in the day, motherfuckers knew when their opinion didn't mean shit. Because people would tell you, you are not to be entertained. Stay in the corner with your dumb shit. Nobody cares about you.
Right.
That don't happen no more. You're not allowed to say that. It's exclusionary. That's what it is. It's exclusionary. It's fucking bullshit. That's what it is.
I think a lot of these kids just need to learn to be like, listen, you don't get this type of treatment just because. I mean, I understand if you purchase the game and something's wrong with the game, that's different. But for you to go at people just because you feel like that's a whole different situation when somebody think they're better than somebody. That shit needs to stop because that's the bullshit that we have to deal with in this community. We've been dealing with in the sim community ever since. People get certain titles, they get to go and get certain perks, and they get to get the game for free. We've been dealing with that, and they don't even know it. They don't even see it. But we've been seeing a change in certain people because they have certain relationships with developers and other people that's in the industry. And y'all claim y'all not getting paid for it, so why are you? What are we doing?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm looking on here. I don't see anything that's saying that anything is being not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about
my comments still there
or whatnot,
right? See, once again, like Noble Shell is not. His stuff is not getting. It's not showing up.
But see, King David, that's where Darwinism comes into place. You see what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer of Darwinism. Some people are asked this.
That's
what I thought was going on. Yeah, the Panthers-Bucks game has been delayed. Yeah. Weather delay.
It doesn't matter if it was on. Y'all put that shit on. Put it on mute and listen to us.
Wow. We just talked about arrogance. We just talked about arrogance.
Listen. When it comes to the NFL, it's good to watch, but it's better to listen to us. I don't think that's arrogant. I just want people to listen to us.
So you want other grown men to listen to other grown men over?
When it comes to this podcast, what? Yes, and grown women too. With keep Miss Ladybug.
You just had to get that in.
I think we would have more, and I believe we do.
Wait,
what are they hanging in the shadows?
Yeah, they're in the shadows.
In the shadows.
Let's talk about NCAA versus California. Do y'all know what this is about?
I do.
Okay.
Can you give me? Is there an article I can read on? Because I heard it on the surface.
Let me pull this up because I got it on my iPad. This is something really big. This is really big. Y'all already know that California is trying to get their college athletes paid, and they passed a bill. They passed a bill to basically say that look, these kids need to get paid. We already put it out there. That's why everybody was having a big deal about the NCAA football game is coming back. No, fuck all that. This has nothing to do with that damn football game. It's not. I'm dead serious. I'm not saying that I don't want a game. I don't mind.
I was about to say because wouldn't it just affect schools in California?
Exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I can pull.
You need all 50 states and Puerto Rico to sue the NCAA to get that.
Hold on, I want to pull. Hold on, I'm gonna look and see if it has the right information in here because I want to get this right. But anyway, the bill is out there saying that the guys in California should be able to get paid for their likeness, and whatever the case may be, and
Any endorsements in general,
and endorsements, and
Mhm.
anything else that comes along with it. I'm going to put it in the.
Yeah, because I know along the lines you've had people who were. It was this one guy that was, I don't know if he was a kicker, if he was a receiver, but he was also doing extreme games and had sponsorships.
Right.
He was doing the snowboarding and stuff like that, and he had to not forfeit his sponsorship. He wanted to forfeiting his scholarship because of the sponsorships back in the day.
All right, I'm gonna go pull it up on the screen and let me see, where's my information. All right, let's see, share screen so you guys can see this. Share that. Can y'all see that?
Wow, you talk about some bullshit in this Forbes article I'm reading right now.
You reading the Forbes? I got the ESPN one up. Well, anyway, why I say this is huge is because the NCAA already trying to say that this is sorry about that. Pull that back up.
Who he had porn up?
No, I ain't porn up. No,
black. Oops, I wasn't supposed to have this up.
Big black women.
No, what I'm saying is the fact that these guys, the NCAA, what makes it, just to make it short, the NCAA is trying to say that, hey, if you guys go with this bill, every school that's NCAA bound cannot compete for national titles. They can't compete in none of the bowls. They can't compete in none of the things that are, integrated in the NCAA. I don't think the NCAA wants to go down that road. I really don't think it'd be viable for them to go down this road because all you need to do is take the state of California and say, you know what? We're going to back off and get out of the NCAA as well. Just get out of the NCAA and we're going to form our own thing in college sports. That'll be because once they do that, you got to understand that California has almost, it's not just the big schools, the other schools that are the UC Berkeley's and all that. I think they got almost 100 schools that are with the NCAA. If all those schools leave, that's going to be a big deal. That's going to hurt the NCAA because now if they start to form something, who's to say that Florida won't do it? Texas won't do it. And we're not talking about just like the SEC or the ACC or the Pac-12. We're talking about states. Georgia alone has like 20 schools that are under the NCAA. Texas is a big-ass state. They have a lot of schools that are under the NCAA. If they go off and say, hey, look, we're going to start our own collegiate league, the NCAA is going to be sitting there hoping and praying that the 1AA schools, the FCS schools, can hold the bag. And that's not going to happen. This is when you will see a big shift in players getting paid, agents. They're probably going to have a salary cap and all this stuff. This is why this is a really big deal. What do you guys think about the possibility of the state of California possibly just leaving the NCAA altogether? Any one of y'all can go first. It don't matter.
To me, that would be the end. That would be the beginning of the end of the NCAA because
amateur sports as well.
Right, because it's just like, but it would kind of be like catching up with the rest of the world.
Right, exactly.
Because in Europe, you're a professional at the age of, you can be a professional if you're good enough.
I think
it's at the age of 14 or whatever, 14. And
because that's what Tony Parker. A lot of people don't know why Tony Parker was so damn good at basketball. He's been playing professional ball ever since he was 14.
Right. So you're talking about, okay, it starts with California, then maybe Georgia, then North Carolina, South Carolina. I know you like them chickens to start getting paid.
Hey, listen, I'm laying off of them now. Don't get me started. No,
Alabama's already getting paid, so we already know what's going on there.
This is the thing. It's like I'm not even talking about the Georgias, South Carolinas, or the North Carolinas.
I just threw states in there.
I understand. But it's just like it'll make real big. It'll make noise if Georgia did because you got the Georgia Bulldogs.
My bad. I was just throwing in the poor states. They need to get paid.
But when you look at a school like not a school, but a state like Texas, who already have a well-oiled machine with their high school football alone. I'm not even talking about the college.
And
You
high
want to
school athletes probably get paid too.
the high school, the high school programs in Texas are damn near like colleges. You're talking about schools that pull 50,000 people per game to their schools. Like it's no joke on Friday night there. But anyway, you get a Texas. Florida has all this talent. Florida decides to do the same thing what California is doing. The NCAA could be in the world of hurt. Bills, what are your thoughts?
I hate the NCAA. Like I can't stomach the NCAA because they always want their hands in somebody else's fucking pockets.
But they want it's okay to be in their pocket, but they have it in there for the wrong reason.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They always are pocket watching. They're always pocket watching. And I hate these professional leagues even more because they're adhering to this shit. And they're having these agreements with these leagues like the NBA and the NFL. Oh, well, you got to stay in school a certain number of years so they can go ahead and rent you out and make as much money as possible before you head over here. It's fucking bullshit.
Exactly, Miss Ladybug. I used to live in Atlanta before we moved here to South Carolina. Friday nights was no joke when it comes to high school ball. It was like an event. It was like an event.
But it's just like it's crazy because they continue to use the same. They're there for an education. No, they're not. No matter how much you paint that picture, no matter how much you want to make it out to be like they're getting a free education. Stop. Seriously. They're a fucking semi-pro league that aren't paying players. Call it what it is. That's what they are.
One more thing I found out. Okay, it's not us on it's a YouTube thing. When you put out curse words in the chat, it automatically just filters. It's not us. We're sorry.
I put one out.
Yeah, I think because you're a mod on the channel. I don't know. It's a YouTube thing. We're not. Bottom line, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But yeah, the NCAA. I don't have no problem with them being oversight, like you said. They're pocket watching. If you're trying to run the organization right, I have no problem with it because you're the one that's making it happen. But every time they do put their hands in their pockets, it's for the wrong reasons. They don't want people to transfer because they don't want money to be made at a certain school. They didn't want Leonard Fournette to give his jersey to donate for the people in South Carolina. They always do all kind of dumb shit. They do the wrong shit when it comes to good causes, and they do the fucked up shit for the right causes.
But even if it's not a good cause, I'm sorry. If a player ain't making money off your brand, stay the fuck out of his business or her business.
I agree. I totally
because
agree.
it's annoying. It's stupid, bro. It's so stupid because they want to lean on that whole amateur argument. They want to lean on that.
It's so hard to do that when these certain players. When you have people like Trevor Lawrence, you got Tunga Vailoa making all this money for these schools, and the NCAA saying, "Oh, they're just amateurs," but they're raking in billions of dollars.
Not only that, but not only just that, you want to hammer home that point, but then at the same time, when it's time for them to miss class and go play a tournament game, that's fine, right? They're there to go to school, except when they miss class, right? To go play a game.
Basketball is notorious for this. How many tournaments they have before the big dance?
So that's what I'm saying.
The Maui Classic, all these other stuff. These kids aren't going to class when they play. Basketball is more egregious than that. Football, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. You have these kids coming into school who you know are dumb as a bag of rocks. You put them in some fucking algebra one. No. A lot of these kids. I'm sorry. Rashad McCann said it himself. Motherfuckers are doing his homework for him, right? Ben Simmons said,
getting the wrong answers.
I know, right? Ben Simmons said, I ain't going to class. I'm here to play basketball. He knew what time it was.
That what Cardell Jones said, right?
So when you put motherfuckers in algebra 1 review and shit, Talking about they're here to be a
Algebra
student.
1 in college.
They're here to be. They're here. Yeah, I know. I've seen it at UMass.
No, he's right. He's right.
I've seen it at UMass.
He's right, because when I was at Georgia Southern, there were some players that they literally came to Georgia Southern to play ball.
Algebra 1 review.
No, they would. No, it was
Miss Cute Ladybug put out there. This is perfect. Just exactly what you were saying. High school players are going to be university players that can possibly go pro, following the money. They see high school football players as potential moolah. Absolutely, that's exactly what it is.
Potential. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's these players make so much money for these universities.
No, DJ. Yeah. The North Carolina scandal with the basketball players.
Yeah.
Remember that? Those guys.
Rashawn McCants.
Yeah, Rashawn McCants. Perfect example.
Yeah.
You know?
Rashawn McCants, there's plenty of examples, but I mean, it's just don't try to lean on the amateurism thing.
Doug Thomas says they just give them basic general study classes.
That's it.
They can't even pass those.
And they can't even fucking pass those because they don't show up and it doesn't matter.
The one thing that they're going to need in their athletic career, and they failed film 101.
Of course. Is he? I thought he said.
I didn't butcher her name, did I?
You said Cuban's Ladybug, didn't you?
That's what I say, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. But let's jump to something else when it comes to let's say if they do defect and they do their own, let's say, college football league, the CFL or something like that. You know, all these schools, and because you gotta think about this, is not, like I said, it's not just a Pac-12. This is not just like, you know, Mountain West. This is an entire state that is, you know, a big conglomerate of different leagues. Like some people that are in Mountain West or in California, or if they're in the somewhere in the Pac-12 or whatever, they move. Or I don't even think the WAC is still out there. I think they left. But anyway, they all leave. There's going to be a crumbling of a lot of these leagues. Pac-12 is going.
Think about this.
If California decides to do this and they go CFL, College Football League, or College League or whatever, the Pac-12 is no more.
Well, think about this, VF, because this goes deep. Pac-12 is a network. That's a TV deal down the drain.
That's done. It's gone.
Everybody that works on that network, bye.
They're going to be doing, you know, late night sports center at 3 a.m. when nobody's watching.
All the money for the championship games filmed in big stadiums, that's gone.
The Rose Bowl game. I ain't gonna say the Rose Bowl game could be gone because
the Rose Bowl game would probably gone because one of the teams that usually play are Pac-12 teams.
The Pac-12 and the Big Ten play each other. Whoever won the Pac-12, whoever won the Big Ten play the Rose Bowl.
Pac-12 tournaments, basketball all throughout the week. You can forget that.
Done.
There's a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah,
that's major.
Then the only ones I see that still surviving after that, Notre Dame has their own, and Texas has their own TV deal.
They're gonna say, "Oh well, we still have the SEC." You better pray you keep the SEC.
No. Let me tell you, because if Texas leaves, Texas A&M is gone. And once Texas A&M is gone,
True, because the whole state of Texas, that's going to be a crumbling effect.
If Texas leaves, Texas A&M is gone. When Texas A&M goes, you already know that LSU, Alabama, all of them going to follow suit.
Then you got the Michigans.
That's the Big Ten. Ohio State decides.
That's what I'm saying.
Trust me, if Ohio State decides to say, if the state of Ohio decides to jump into this, Michigan is going too. Michigan State is going too. They're not going to sit around. Michigan is not going to sit around and not play Ohio State.
Oh, they're gone, bro. They're gone. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a trickle down effect, and I hope it happens.
It will be. That's why I was like, I thought this was very interesting to see, you know, what happens. Oregon is going to be gone out of the.
Well, yeah, Doug Thomas. That's what we're saying. Pac-12, the whole thing, pretty much.
Yeah, that's if Pac-12 drops, that's it. It's gone. I mean, not if the state of California drops. You got to think about it. USC is in California. Cal, UCLA. What is it? I know that's not the only three teams that's in the Pac-12. That could be it.
I don't think so. There got to be more.
Would turn into another.
Stanford's a big one.
Stanford is still in California too.
Stanford's a big one. Yeah.
Hey, listen. USC, UCLA, and Stanford alone will be a problem.
Yeah.
Hell, you can even make the case that UCLA alone could be a problem because UCLA basketball is still good. It's still prominent. What's going on, B5? Thank you for coming through.
And then you'll of course get the melodramatic, petty. Well, let's take away the NCAA championships with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and John Wooden and all that, and then that'll be a whole situation.
That'll be a really. That's where it gets real.
That's where it gets really ugly.
That's what it really. Thank you, Ed O'Bannon, for starting this bullshit.
Fucking asshole.
Thank
all
you.
Because
he did all that.
Hey, you were in the game.
Yeah, he was mad. He was mad because he found out he was in NCAA 08, and he was like, "Oh, I want my money," and then they ended up giving him like $125,000 in the kicking ass.
Fucking loser.
Jesus Christ, what's going on? You know what? I got a bone to pick with you before we leave Apex. Why did you put that tweet up? Why did you put that tweet up about you was having problems with the game, talking about it wasn't patched, and in that same video it said an update was required? Oh yeah, it was update the game.
Let's go back to Ed O'Bannon for a second. This motherfucker's NBA career stats: 5 points per game, 2 rebounds, and not even a full assist.
Listen, I got a question. Damn all that. Why that man didn't win MVP, bro?
Fucking scrub.
Why ain't win MVP?
Man, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Yo, if I ever saw that dude, I would hit him with a billy club in his knee.
Yeah, that's one dude. Now I don't fight people over video games. I don't argue with people. I stop arguing with people, but that person there, he gonna get it. He gotta get it. He getting these hands. First and frame rate's gonna whoop his ass. All right, y'all can go tell him that. We catch him, it's on. Now we might get flagged like a motherfucker. What else y'all got for the rest of the show, man? Y'all got anything, man?
Oh man,
I think we did pretty good today. This is a really good show. I don't have anything else, so if anything, y'all want to.
This Sunday I got another couple of games to play back to back before the NFL games come on, so that's gonna be murder. Football was not meant to be played back to back or on short notice. No Thursday night games and stuff like that.
I'm still surprised the NFL is still letting that ride. When they're talking about all this stuff about when they talking about CTE and people getting hurt and all that.
Matter of fact, why don't we review week 1?
Yeah,
because week 1 was interesting.
We could do that because I would love to have I should have jotted down our predictions.
I can't remember. Oh, we'll remember them. Trust me, we'll remember. Let's do that for.
I know that I talked about one of the games ending in a tie, and it wasn't the game that I picked because it was because I didn't even know that that Arizona and Detroit ended in a tie.
Well, let's go in order. So we had a Thursday night game, which me and DJ said was going to be a Packers dub,
right?
Mm-hmm. And it happened. So 10-3.
I did feel that the Bears could have won that game, but the quarterback killed that for them. That's the reason why they lost. Trubisky did not progress at all.
You had the Bills 17-16 over the Jets. That was a monumental collapse after CJ Mosley went down.
Yeah.
It was just a monumental collapse.
And then
I think we picked the Jets on that one.
I want to say we picked the Jets. No, I think I picked the Bills. I think I picked the Bills. You two picked the Jets.
I picked the Jets, and that's messed up. That now they're clowning Darnold.
Yeah,
Darnold.
Yeah. Now he has mono. And it's funny because I haven't heard that name for that illness
in a minute, right?
In high school, because they knew it because it was known as the kissing disease.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And out for a couple of weeks.
He's out for 4 weeks.
Damn.
So we got Patriots. Oh, I know, right? Patriots and Steelers was a wash, as we called. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Titans and Browns. What the fuck happened here?
We were thinking that was going to be the Titans. Well, I think
I said last second field goal.
I had it that the Titans were just going to slowly just take over, but
good God, 43-13.
And what's name had the nerve to wear whatever value of that watch was.
Oh, dumbass! Yeah, and then and that's a different topic.
He wore that watch because he knew it was time for Cleveland to get that ass. He was checking the time. It was like, damn, 3 touchdowns o'clock.
Ravens and Dolphins. You said who cares? I cared because it was hilarious.
Well, at the end of the day, everybody was like, "Who cares?"
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, young Noble? You ain't gonna be coming to my boy Le'Veon like that. Say what you want about Darnold. You ain't about to be coming to my boy Le'Veon like that. He don't fuck with that gay shit. All right.
No, wait. Hold on. No. Here's the thing. They were saying that because remember who got sent to the Jets. They were saying that Bill Belichick may have sent to the Jets. He may have just kissed them real quick.
Awful. So yeah, Ravens and Dolphins is a wash, man. Good God. Lamar Jackson looked good in that game.
They did.
And
RG3 threw a touchdown pass.
RG3, yeah, RG3 got in. I mean, Dolphins were just letting everybody score like Oprah. You get a score, and
everybody scores.
Vikings and
the AB situation.
I know. Oh God, see here you go. Vikings and Falcons, 28-12. Vikings. I can't call what happened in this game.
No, I can tell you exactly what happened, and you know we were talking about this in 92.9 The Game. We're talking about it as well. The problem with the Falcons is, and nobody ever talked about this. I'm surprised I didn't either. You notice that none of the starters never really played together in preseason. None of them played. This was their first time all together. This entire, this is the first time they're together. The first time this year they were together, and it showed.
A common theme across the league, honestly. I talked about how many starters sat out the entire preseason. It's been alarming.
There was a lot of them for the Falcons. They really have. And I get it, but you need some type of chemistry going in. And the Vikings defense was just ready. They put up the numbers like I said they were going to do as far as points. Falcons didn't. And they have a lot to do because, I mean, they're at home, but they play Philly next week. So.
Yeah, I mean, Julio had 6 catches for 31 yards. You got to do better than that.
Got to do much better than that. That's way too low.
And I say that because he's on my fantasy team. So, Eagles and Redskins. Eagles won 32-27. Had a pretty crazy comeback. Deshaun Jackson beat him deep twice. Thoughts, DJ, about this game? I didn't watch it, so
I'll just say this. It's pretty much like my throat right now. I'm just choking all over the place. That's basically what happened in this game. It was just a mere fact that once again, Jay Gruden can't make second half adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not. He's not a good coach. He hasn't been a good coach. He's mismanaged everything since day one.
Bro, I'm starting to feel that same way about Dan Quinn.
And I hate that we give Jay no, not we, because I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of these slow motherfuckers that have been giving Jay a pass, some people are like, oh, maybe he's not a good coach. We need a slide rule for that. I mean, okay. Here was my oh shit moment in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles line up. I think they were 5 wide or 4 wide. I think they were 5 wide.
Mm-hmm.
And both our safeties are kind of back, but one's creeping up. Now it's Collins. Then I hear Wentz call Navy. As soon as I heard Navy call, I was like, oh shit, it's all verticals.
Yep.
Exactly.
You picked up Smallwood to figure this shit out, and you couldn't cover that formation correctly. That's on the defensive coaches, but it's also on the head coach to probe Smallwood and the other guy they picked up from the Eagles about what they are doing, formations and stuff like that. It makes me wonder, were they in the film room? And the person that questioned that is now playing with Arizona, Swearinger. And then the other biggest problem was like, where was this talk of, oh, we're in each other's heads, this communication and blah, 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 blah. They looked like they were confused. That defensive backfield was not on the same page at all. Collins was coming up when he should have stayed back. You had Josh Norman not giving Deshaun the respect that he deserves.
Damn, Young Noble said it's Washington. They're irrelevant?
Yeah, that's why I was laughing at. I wasn't going to say nothing.
Well, damn, dude.
I'll wait for DJ to say something, but DJ didn't see it.
Well, because I was basically agreeing with him. I'm like, basically, Washington going up 20-3 was irrelevant. I'm like, and Deshaun Jackson, as a game, even said that. He was like, them motherfuckers thought they won the game at halftime. And that's the attitude of the Washington franchise. It's just like, look, we made it good. We earned our money. All right, pack it in. That's a Daniel Snyder way.
Are we still live? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure. My on my end, it was lagging out on the YouTube channel.
So we had after that we had the Rams and the Panthers. This was a really good game.
It was, but I picked the Rams.
I think I picked the Panthers.
I picked the Rams.
Yeah, I picked the Panthers. So they were looking good for a while.
You know who really was losing though? Cam Newton, that goddamn uniform or them clothes he was wearing.
We ain't gonna talk about Coretta Scott King walking into the game. All right, good man.
Little Black Riding Hood.
we already went on that, dude. So
did we talk about the Jaguars already?
No, we're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
next we had the Chiefs. Oh, yeah, actually next Chiefs and the Jaguars. I didn't watch this game. I heard Nick Foles do a touchdown and then threw his shoulder out of the joint.
Yeah, he broke his collarbone. He's out. That kind of sucks. Broken. But I put this up because King David, he's a Jags fan. That's why I was asking. He said they did the same thing that my Falcons did. Everybody sat out until week 1, and there it is. You know, and I mean, there's not a knock on Nick Foles. Nick Foles did what he was supposed to do, but that defense just fell out. They fell apart. Now the backup quarterback looks pretty good though.
Okay. So next we had Next we had the Colts and the Chargers. I didn't watch any of this game, but I heard that Hunter Henry got hurt, and that's fucking with my fantasy team.
Yeah,
so
he tore up his knee again.
Their backup running back had a pretty good game, I heard.
Man, that sucks. Not for him though, but I mean,
yeah, Eckler had a really good game. It's gonna be interesting once Melvin Gordon comes back, if he does come back week 6 like he says. So
that's what I say, man. The worst thing you can do is to hold out and the backup start to shine. That's the worst thing that can happen.
It's not good. We'll have to see what happens in the coming weeks.
It's like Le'Veon was like real close from that happening.
I'm gonna circle back to the Steelers too about that because you made a good point. Bengals and the Seahawks, that was scaring me for a second because Russell Wilson is also on my fantasy team, and he wasn't doing so hot for a while. Bengals have a pretty sneaky defense. I talked about this.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Bengals actually went up to Seattle and played pretty well.
Andy Dalton had a career day.
And hold on, for the past 2, did we pick the Chiefs or the Jaguars?
I picked the Chiefs.
I picked the Chiefs.
I feel like I picked the Chiefs.
I think we all did.
Colts and the Chargers. Who do we take? The Chargers?
Yeah, I took the Chargers.
I'm sure I took the Chargers. So Seahawks. We took the Seahawks.
Check with the playlist.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you can backtrack with it, but I mean, once I started looking at it, I was like, yeah.
Seahawks. We took the Seahawks.
I tell you one thing we didn't see. We didn't see the Titans beating up on the Browns like this.
No, we didn't. We called them winning, but we didn't see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Giants. This was pretty much a wash for most of it.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones got in the game.
Yeah, he did. The Cowboys look really good, man.
I think
Dak was making some throws, man.
That's the thing about it. He is throwing the ball pretty well, and the defense is playing as good as they always have.
Yeah,
that could be a problem. I'm not saying that they're going to go far, but that could be a problem for any team who faces them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, that's right. Miles Jack did lose his temper in that.
Yeah, he got ejected. Yeah,
he punched what's his name in the face?
Somebody.
They punched Watkins. I think it was Watkins. He punched. Oh
wow.
He punched his helmet.
Lions and Cardinals. They tied at 27. I didn't watch most of this game. I saw some of Kyler Murray's last drive.
That was the only good part of that he did. He looked terrible in the game.
I heard he looked shell-shocked. I was pretty much watching the game off of NYKia's newsfeed, Twitter timeline. And
I watched most. I didn't watch most. I watched the fourth quarter. He made some excellent throws at the end. He did. But I guess because
you ain't shit for that.
It makes me think that he plays better off instinct than.
I think he was shocked at how fast the game was.
Well, I think he knew that in preseason. He looked
but
No, I'm starting to believe, and then maybe we'll find out next week. But I think he plays better off instinct than the basic playbook.
Maybe.
Because when it was time to do something, that's when he looked much better than he did before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it looked like he played better when it was, just go out and play.
Yeah.
What other?
So then we have a couple more.
49ers and Buccaneers.
49ers and Buccaneers.
Jameis needs to lose his fucking job. Yo, that dude is terrible. Yeah,
as he plays right now.
Yeah, he threw 2 pick six, and they're like ever since he did that eat a W thing, he's like 4-20 or something.
You know what that reminded me of? This 2 pick sixes. I remember one game, Jay Cutler threw 4 picks to just D'Angelo Hall. You remember that game?
Yeah, I remember that game.
It's just like, where the fuck are you throwing?
You talk about a kid that had so much potential, but the problem was he needed to go somewhere else. D'Angelo Hall was good in Atlanta, but when he really shined when he went to Washington, I think Atlanta just was not a good fit for him.
I'll tell you what I remember about Jameis from college. There was a point where he didn't have an incompletion in his college career, and it was like the biggest fucking story. He went like 25 for 26 or something crazy like that.
That was the first game he ever played in college.
And then after that, he didn't have a completion. I think it was like something crazy. So it's like we went from that to eat a fucking W.
Well, don't get me wrong. Even when they won the national title, DJ could attest to this.
Shit.
DJ could attest.
Look at Young Noble Report real quick. Cutler was the greatest Packer of all time.
Right.
That's amazing.
No, but I mean, DJ can attest because he's a Florida State fan.
Mm-hmm.
His stint at Florida State was not bad at all. I mean, he was an excellent college player. I don't know what happened when he went to the pros, but it was just something about him and Mariota when they came in the league. Something was just telling me that these guys are not going to be as good as people making them out to be.
Mariota was predictable. I don't know if Jameis was as predictable for me because he just seemed like he had everything. He had the pro arm. I don't know. It was something weird about it.
You're right. It just something came off as like I felt that he was going to be a starter, but I didn't think he was going to be a star quarterback.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be a decent starter. Same with Mariota. Same that I just thought they were going to be good, decent quarterbacks, but I didn't see what
Mariota still hasn't taken that next step either. It's
same thing with Jameis.
He's just kind of there.
See, that's the thing. I would think that they get in the league, they'll struggle, they'll take the next step, but they won't be elite.
Yeah.
That's what I always put them in. They're like their entire career, they'll probably be like between the top 10 or 15 quarterback in the league their entire career.
Right.
That's how I felt that's what they were. But like right now, they're looking like they're top 15 or 20, maybe even lower. I don't know. Any other game that's out there that we?
Well, we got the 2 Monday night games.
Saints Texans, that was a good game.
That was a really good game.
About Patriots Steelers.
Well, there wasn't much to talk about.
Yeah, I think Bill double backed on it.
We'll circle back.
It was a bunch of threes. The Patriots had both of them.
I know. we'll circle back to that one. But
I felt so bad for
Deshaun Watson
because he did what he was supposed to win that game. And what's his name? Romeo Cornell. He needs to get slapped the hell up for being a prevent defense when you know Drew Brees can't throw past 25 yards.
I'm going to say this.
They gave them that field goal.
I'm going to say this. Already in his career, Deshaun Watson might be the best road quarterback I've ever seen. It is the weirdest fucking thing. Some switch flips when he's on the road.
Did you know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you know that all of his losses since he's been in the league been from at least 4 points or less?
Bro, it's crazy.
That is insane.
But I just think about his signature performances on the road. It's just like
that too.
It's like I remember him coming to New England, and he just torched us. He almost beat us.
Listen, let me tell you something. I mean, I wasn't as wrong as I was wrong about Trash Young, but I told you. Did I not tell you?
I remember having a lot of conversations about Deshaun Watson with you.
Deshaun Watson, the way he played, he looks good. No, I didn't say it was terrible. I just thought he was not NFL ready. I'll be damned if I was wrong.
Yeah.
See, Mills.
I argued.
See, Mills. It's not wrong. It's not hard to do that.
I argue with that to the death too. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, this man is This man's ready, but
I was like, he got like, no, I think he'll be ready in a year or so. He might have to sit a year. No, that dude came in as a rookie and showed his ass off. You were right. I was wrong.
just a couple of impressions.
But for him to lose by 4 points or less his entire career so far,
It's crazy. It's crazy. I remember the game he went up to Seattle, played horrible. Fourth quarter came, he flipped the switch. They almost won. It took Russell Wilson going into pretty much God mode. I mean, but yeah, just a couple of impressions. Kamara looks like he put on weight, which is good. He bulked up a little bit.
He needed to.
Yeah, he bulked up a little bit. The Saints offense, I feel like, is going to struggle a little bit without Mark Ingram there. I think that's a big loss come playoff time.
I think even with, I'm going to say this as a Falcons fan, and I'm saying this with a little bit of bias. Honestly, I don't think their offense ever was that good. I think the play calling makes them good. Think about it. Look at the talent. Now, the honest to God, look at the talent on the offensive side. Outside of Kamara, Drew Brees is a legend. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Drew Brees right now, the best person on that team is Alvin Kamara, and the play calling, the genius, and it's not a knock. The genius that Sean Payton is, put those guys in positions to be great, because you cannot tell me that Michael Thomas catch a bunch of these 5-yard slants, these little 5-yard pass, and gets all these yards. That's based off good play calling. I don't think they're necessarily as overly talented as other teams in the league. I just think they have a great coach that puts them in good position. Am I wrong for saying that? I mean, there's an argument to be made that I'm wrong, but that's what I see.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think the Saints offense is nearly as good as it was when Reggie Bush was there, because that offense was pretty much unstoppable.
Marcus Colston and them. Yeah, I agree.
Marcus Colston, Robert Meacham, and Devery Henderson. You had, they were unstoppable. This offense seems very stoppable, but of course they're just ridiculous in the dome. Once they go on the road, not so scary. And you can say that about a lot of dome teams.
We're going to see that when they play the Rams next week.
Of course. So the last game was the Raiders and the Broncos. This was going to be very interesting regardless of the outcome, just because of all the hoopla that's been going on with the Broncos. I mean, with the Raiders. The Raiders came out and played well. I really like their young nucleus as far as their secondary is concerned. Abrams looks really good.
He's hurt.
Hey, he's hurt. He's out for the season, which sucks. But he looked really good before he got hurt. Jacobs looks really good at running back. Derek Carr's arm has always been great, but
it's his vision, bro.
It's his vision, yeah.
But you know what? John Gruden low key looking like a genius for week 1. Looking good for week 1. I'm not saying
minus that fucking pass rush, bro.
Well,
that pass rush still is non-existent.
For week 1, he looks all right. He looks all right for week 1.
No, yeah, I mean, I think if they weren't in a division with the Chiefs, they'd make the playoffs. But unfortunately, they have Patrick Mahomes in their division, and it's not gonna be so nice.
All right,
let's talk about to the Patriots real quick. Okay. So, I obviously like most of the things I saw. Our defense looked dominant. Brady looks like Brady. This was more about the Steelers, because all I remember is we don't need AB. We have Juju. We don't need Le'Veon. We have James Conner. Well, now you have Juju and you have James Conner, and that happened.
And now you're 0-1.
And now you're 0-1, and your coon-ass coach and your rapist quarterback. Fuck him. Fuck him, and fuck that rapist-ass quarterback too. Okay? They're made for each other. Losers. That's what they are. So when the Pittsburgh Steelers missed the playoffs again and Stephen A. Smith is crying on national TV, just remember you heard it here first. They did need Le'Veon, and they did need AB. And oh, by the way, James Harrison, who you ran out of town, you needed him too, because he wouldn't win a Super Bowl on the Patriots. But anyway,
before we go, week 2, y'all want to do these picks real quick before we go?
Oh yeah, let's do these.
All right, now,
no overanalyzing, because we gotta get through these.
Quick. Buccaneers and Panthers. I got the Panthers going away.
Panthers, and it's tied, so we can actually
yeah
barely make a decision.
BF.
I'm taking Panthers as well. Buccaneers trash.
Patriots, Dolphins. Come on, really?
Wait a minute. What order are you putting this in? Because
I'm on ESPN. I'm
you're
on
on
ESPN app, so I'm just kind of
Oh, yeah.
going.
I'm looking at the straight Google thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm on NFL, so I'm.
We're all over.
We got all different ones.
We're diverse. Well, anyway.
All right. Well, let me just write. Y'all can.
No.
Y'all can read them because I'm gonna type out the.
Bills.
No.
Since you've been doing it, keep going.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me type out the. So we said Panthers for the first one. Okay. The next game is the. Well, Patriots. Yeah, we said Patriots. So Panthers, Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patriots.
The next one is the 49ers and the Bengals.
49ers.
Ooh, bro. I'm picking the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals too.
Home. Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking 49ers. I mean, I got a little bit bias in me because of the two running backs, but
So VF, Niners, and then okay. Chargers and the Lions?
Chargers.
I'm taking the Lions. Those Lions.
They are playing
Okay.
Detroit, but yeah, I'll take the Chargers.
Vikings and Packers.
Hold up, man. Hold up. Stop. Noble in the chat talking about Dolphins for the upset.
Noble, if that happens, I'm hunting you down, fam. Because there's no way on God's green earth we should lose to the Dolphins.
Yeah, look, Noble put Dolphins for the upset, and then you look at the next one.
See,
you got Big Davis and Dolphins. I'm banking on Fitzmagic.
Man. Anyway, so Vikings and Packers.
I got Vikings winning.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a very good one. But I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm just not sure about the Packers' offensive line right now.
Yeah, I don't
think new offense.
And I think the Packers defense is highly overrated because you just ate up Mitch Trubisky. That means nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. I'm picking the Packers though. Colts and the Titans. I got the Colts, man.
I got Titans.
Ooh, I'm taking Titans. Titans feel kind of confident. I think I'm taking Titans.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What you laughing at, man?
The Bills and the Giants. How about who gives a fuck?
Oh my god!
What kind of evil soul came up with this fucking game? I'm gonna take.
This game ends on the reenactment of the Super Bowl that Buffalo and New York played way back in 1990.
Right. Yeah, and it went 20 to 19 or something like that.
But then the Bills wound up winning in the end, so I'm taking the Bills on this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills. Yeah, I think Josh Allen would outdo Eli Manning. And Young Noble put the refs. That's crazy. Doug Thomas put a toss a coin.
Seahawks and the Steelers.
Seahawks.
Oh, I'm about to say Steelers. I'm wrong. Seahawks.
Yeah, I think we all got the Seahawks there. Okay. What do we got next? Cowboys and the Redskins.
Cowboys.
Yep, I agree. Cardinals and the Ravens. Come on.
Ravens.
I think the Ravens going away.
Yeah, Ravens.
And it's in Baltimore too.
Oh yeah, come on. They're gonna eat this dude Kyle Murray alive. It's gonna be bad.
That defense is gonna kill him though.
Jaguars and Texans. Do y'all think this quarterback goes on the road and gets a dub?
Listen. I think Deshaun Watson will pull it off close, but I think Minshew. I think he's gonna be fine. I think that's his name.
I think
Minshew.
Yeah, Minshew. I think he's gonna be fine. Yeah.
I
think he's gonna hold his own. It's gonna be a
mince meat after this game.
Mince meat. So you got the
Texans.
Texans.
I ain't gonna do that, man, like that. I'll say the Texans will win this game close.
I got the Texans.
Yeah, I got
Texans going away with this one. So.
Chiefs and Raiders. I'm having a hard time with this
emotional
one.
roller coaster is over for Oakland. I got
exactly. See what King David put? King David put.
Game for Oakland, but still.
Look what the King Davis put. Depends on if our defense put their head out their ass. If the Jaguars play decent defense, it'll be a close game. But I say the Texans will pull it off.
Okay.
Before I cut you off, DJ, I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
That's another thing, Mills. You can say you're sorry too.
Oh my god. Chiefs and the Raiders. Yeah, so y'all said the Chiefs. I'm taking the bro.
Cute Ladybug says she's a Finn fan by default. You know what? There's a lot of people that's in our football community that are actually Dolphins fans.
You know what?
Yeah, we actually got one who actually kissed one.
Oh Lord,
I can't bring myself to pick the Raiders here. I tried. I tried. Bless you. I tried.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. Now, don't get me wrong. I would not be surprised if the Raiders upset them.
Yeah, I could.
But I'm taking the Chiefs.
I know. Bears and the Broncos. This seems like a trap game for the Bears, but then again, how can it really be a trap game when you're not that good to be? No, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Flacco, because of Flacco's the quarterback, I'm taking the Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears on this one.
Now, if Drew Lock played and the coach actually had some damn sense and actually gave the man a little bit of confidence, I would say that the Broncos will win. The problem is not the offense of the Bears. I just think that the Bears defense is going to get the Broncos to the point where they can't score.
Well, I'll tell you this.
They held Aaron Rodgers to 10 points. What do you think they're going to do to the Broncos?
Yeah, Flacco just will not be
right.
Right. I would say this. If you like pass rushing, watch this game. Von Miller and Khalil Mack, it don't get much better than that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know the sad part about Flacco? The
Uh-huh.
most dynamic he was when Jim Zorn was his quarterback coach.
Yep.
That's true. You're right.
Oh, Cam Newton threw deep. How you know? What do you know? Anyway.
Did he overthrow him?
Of course he did.
I know. He overthrows.
And he threw it out of bounds too, yeah.
Yeah, he overthrows everybody. He'll overthrow a handoff if you
Wow. Saints
everywhere. Oh, Saints Rams. Oh, that's a. I'll take the Rams, but I'm taking the Rams.
So this is the game that Saints fans have marked on their calendar.
Yeah, they've been waiting for this one.
Give me the Rams.
But I'm still taking the Rams.
Give me the Rams because I want to see Saints fans cry again.
I don't see the problem is I don't see the Saints as a team that plays mad. They are a team that plays with a lot of finesse.
I don't see them as a team that's going to be able to deal with this defense on the road either.
I got the Saints winning this one.
You got this one?
I don't really like the Rams. So what? They really don't have anything, and plus
what?
I'm saying they don't really have anything, if you let me finish, in terms of really weapons and the trigger man to really,
they got Cooper Kupp, they got Todd Gurley, they got Robert Woods, who's one of the best receivers in the league.
What did he do last game?
Who? Cooper Kupp or Todd Gurley?
Gurley.
They both played well.
So
what do you mean so? What are you talking about?
He went to the Super Bowl, bro.
What are you talking about so?
They playing it.
But what do you mean so?
So
exactly. You asked what did he do last week? I said he played well. You said so.
Because the Rams don't have that chip on their shoulder.
He had 14 carries for 97 yards. That man had almost 7 yards a pop.
That team doesn't have a chip on their shoulder. The Rams, the Saints do. Saints win this game.
I'm taking the Rams.
I
think that's it, ain't it? We got the Monday night.
One more, Monday night game. Jets and the Browns.
Who?
Jets and Browns.
Jets and the Browns.
So damn. So
we forgot about another game, but go ahead.
What game?
Go ahead.
Eagles. Wait, let's do this first. Eagles and Falcons.
I want to say the Falcons because they're at home, but I think the Eagles passing game is going to go bonkers over this Falcons secondary.
I think Matt Ryan plays pretty well in prime time.
I think he does. I think I this is another one. I feel that they get their laurels, they get their bearings, and they'll put some points up this time. It'll be another high scoring game, and I think the Eagles will probably pull out by 3.
DJ?
I got the Eagles winning this one. It's gonna be too much D-Jacks and Hurts.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I'm gonna take the Falcons.
I want to take the Falcons. This is one of those things that just like we were saying before about the Raiders and Chiefs.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if the Falcons win, but I'm leaning towards the Eagles.
Last but not least, the Browns and the Jets.
I'm taking the Browns. Darnold's not playing.
No, I'm picking mono on this one.
He's picking mono.
31.
Did you?
Man.
Before we finish, I want y'all to look at this Jet schedule after this. After we pick this team.
Fuck, I'm gonna take the Jets. Who took the Browns?
I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns.
Oh, both of y'all taking the Browns.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take the Jets. Why not?
All right. Let me see if I can get this up real quick before we go. We do our outros and stuff. Let me see if I can share this screen. I want y'all to look at the Jets schedule. Sam Darnold's out for 4 weeks, right? I want y'all to look at this schedule.
God.
They play the Browns, right? Then they go to the Patriots. Then they go to the Eagles.
Then the Cowboys.
They play the Cowboys.
Then the Patriots again.
The Patriots again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dog, those are your next 5 games.
The fact that he's not going to play that Donald.
He's not playing in the next 4 weeks.
Patriots this year.
Trevor Simeon might pull one out.
Exactly what he was doing by
Trevor Simeon might pull one out, but fuck.
The one that he might pull out, it's
the Browns.
That's it.
That's
exactly.
it.
And then let's think about it now. Just like King David said, what if the Jaguars they get their defense right?
I think they lose regardless.
They might lose that one too.
I think they lose that one regardless.
They may get their first W when they play the Dolphins.
No, they're gonna fuck the Dolphins up. But then they face the Giants. I think Saquon runs all over them. You better hope Sam Darnold's back by then. Fuck.
Right. They can easily go. They could be like 1-6.
Okay, Fife said VF sounds like you're not a Cam fan. Is it because he's in the South?
No, he's our rival. He's a rival of the Falcons. Don't get me wrong. He was born and raised in my hometown, and he's from Atlanta, but he plays for the rival Panthers. Fuck the Panthers. Damn kittens. Don't care about them.
The kittens. Wow, okay.
Don't care about them.
That was like really feel shit.
But I was just looking at the Jets schedule, and I was like, Sam Darnold's gonna be out the next 4 weeks, and look who they play. That is a brutal ass schedule. That is brutal.
Good luck.
Browns, Patriots, Eagles, Cowboys, Patriots again.
Yeah,
Yo, they can be 0-6 or 0-7 by the time the middle of the season.
It's not looking good for my wild card pick.
Right. Anything else y'all got before we go?
Oh, good.
Well, what I'm seeing on my timeline about that Ultimate Team outage.
Yeah. They said
what happened?
Yeah, no joke. I'm about to pull it up. I'm gonna show it to you so you can see it.
Yeah.
Let me share that. Let me share the screen.
Yeah.
This is what's going on right now with EA right now. This is what's going on. Ultimate Team and Superstar K are experiencing an unexpected issue and will be temporarily unavailable. Yo, I can promise you, EA execs are livid right now. How the fuck you gonna mess up our money?
But what was it? What's his name? Quelo has been on Twitter the whole entire time giving updates. I'm just like, damn, a franchise went down.
Yeah. EA's like, this ain't franchise. Fuck y'all doing.
Right. Exactly. Like why we can't get a weekly or hell, we can't even get a monthly update on franchise mode.
There ain't nothing to update. How the fuck they gonna update on something that don't exist?
Hey, Jared, man. You gotta come 7:30, man, Eastern, man. Not Central, not Pacific. 7:30 Eastern. We're here in
the Midwest before.
Oh, see, you came in here and you a damn Tar Heels fan. That's why you're late. That's why you're late.
He should know better. He's on the East Coast.
That's why you're late, because you're a goddamn Tar Heels fan. That's why.
But this is what's going on right now on Twitter. This is what's going on right now with Madden. Server issues are down, and they can't make their money, and everybody got to play now in franchise mode. The people they can't spend. Did you know there's somebody in this community? I'm not going to say their name. Did y'all know that somebody in this community spent $1,000 on my team already?
Oh shit, man.
Somebody, I'm not going to say their names.
I'll say it.
Do you know who it is? Honestly.
I know who it is.
Don't worry, we understand, Jared. We understand.
I know who it is. I'm trying to find it. I forgot his name.
No. If you know who it is, say it.
No, I forgot his name. I know who it is on Twitter, but I literally forgot his name. I know what he looks like on Twitter.
Somebody spent $1,000 already on my league.
No, I ain't got him. I know who he is.
Already.
Wait a
Not
minute.
going to say his name.
Yeah, on my team.
Yeah, somebody spent $1,000 already on my team. I'm not going to say their name.
Yeah.
Young Noble.
You better hope I can't find it.
Noble knows.
You better hope I can't find it.
Matter of fact, I think you know. I think you guys know as well.
You better hope I can't find it. Hold on.
I think you know as well.
Where the fuck
I'm
is he?
not gonna say their name or nothing, but
Where the fuck is he? You better hope I can't find it.
Like that.
You
I'm
better
not
hope
gonna
I
say
can't.
their name.
Hey, he made it public knowledge. Fuck.
I'm not gonna say their name. I mean, it's on the screen.
Fuck, I can't find his
All
name.
you gotta do is look at the team. All you gotta do is look. It's on the screen.
There you go.
Whoever that cat is. He lives in Delaware and is on an Android phone.
Wait, but hold on. How you gonna lessen the blow by saying that I'm nowhere near a top spender? You spent some people's fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
I know people that spent upwards of $5,000 on them.
The game just came out. And he already spent nearly $1,000.
The game cost $60.
It's in the state that it's in, and other games that have people spending that much money, the state of their games are crap.
The game cost $60.
Let me tell you something right now. This right here is a message to you goddamn people with that Save 65 bullshit. People do this with Madden 2, you know.
Y'all gonna start having to save 5K at this point.
People do this. People do this.
Oh shit, he's gone. No, he ain't. Damn.
What?
Somebody had a big return on the Panthers. I thought he was gone. He got tripped up.
Okay.
People do this with Madden. You can say save 65 all you want, but when you got people giving this kind of money to one copy of the game that they buy,
we ain't saving shit. We out here getting these cards, yo.
Save 65 don't sound like Save 65 don't sound like it sounds like bullshit you're spitting right now.
We out here getting these cards, bro.
When people this much money.
But you know what? The same people that save 65 probably, doubled that in their investment to IMV Gaming.
All right, you know what? All right, you know what? It's time to go.
Speaking of which, we haven't heard from that.
That dude is missing, yo. That dude is missing.
MIA.
Let me tell you, ever since that dude said he had a conference call with those dudes from IMV, he has been missing.
Nigga got bought, yo.
No Twitter. No, I didn't get an email. I don't see him on Twitter. No DM. No nothing. Gone.
I don't think he was real.
This is the First and Framerates Podcast, episode 83. Myself, VF Baller, Bill's 4th, DJ Dwayne. I think this has been a fantastic episode. I think this is one of our best episodes outside of Kid being here. Fuck that. This is better than
it's like it's me.
But anyway,
wait, okay, Young Noble. That's one thing we ain't gonna do. We're not gonna slander. We're not gonna slander the good name of Maximum Football.
Don't do that.
We're not gonna slander the good name of Maximum Football. Right?
No, we're not gonna do that. Don't do that to Maximum. Don't.
Them motherfuckers got a better dynasty mode than Madden.
And that's true. That's true. That's true. Don't do that to them.
Don't do that.
And they're a developer and they're trying.
Don't do that.
You know what? I'm gonna take it back because one person I was talking to earlier this week, Romy Rush, he maybe pull up a commentator that no one really talks about. You talk about your Apexes, you talk about your Ryan Moody's, your send-off balls, whatever.
You gonna do your plug of verses again?
Yes, I am doing a plug of verses.
We need to find that guy.
The name Madden should tell you everything you need to know about the game. Now, those are his words, but that's why it is this craze, because it's Madden football.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe because never mind. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Miss Cute Ladybug. Maximum Football is a football game being developed.
Oh, you are fucking her name up. It's Cute Miss Ladybug, not Miss Cute Ladybug. That's why she's so mad.
I think she's Miss Cute. I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't know. I think she's Miss Cute, so I'm gonna say that.
What?
Here you go.
Oh boy.
Here you go.
All right, my wife's asleep. Okay. Listen. Cute Miss Ladybug, I got you. Maximum Football is a game that's made by
you better hope she'll listen to this fucking podcast.
I know, right? Maximum Football is an indie developed football game that's supposed to be coming out next week?
Jesus Christ. Is it really?
Does it come out on the 19th?
Technically it was supposed to come out like
holy shit.
Like last week or something
yeah,
like that.
It didn't come out this week or last week. But yeah, it's a small football game that actually has a lot of promise. I mean, it looks pretty good.
And they have a full college dynasty mode, unlike mentioned previous company that makes people disappear. So,
anything else y'all got?
Their wifey gonna beat that
ass. Y'all got anything else before we go? The Bills just bought out.
Oh, IMV sniped them. I told you, they be making people disappear. Having too much fun. If you're having too much fun, talk about IMV game, and it will make folks disappear.
Right.
He may have muted his mic because it just
could be
muted.
Until he comes back. What you got, DJ?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, there you go. What you got, Bill?
I just like to remind everybody after every rant that we have on here, if you are sensitive or if you do something stupid that we view as rant worthy, you will get roasted on here. We don't give a fuck who you are. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Remember that.
I mean, people gotta understand. I mean, we went at the Czar, we went at anybody else who had problem Mills. We go at anybody. If you're wrong, you're wrong. We
Hollywood sports.
We've been saying this before DJ even was a member.
Yes.
If you're wrong, you're wrong.
Hollywood sports.
Yeah,
the Hollywood rule. The Hollywood rule literally came from us.
Right. For
groundbreaking type shit.
Because you was wrong, you know?
Right.
What you got to close out, Bills?
DJ.
Oh, I didn't know you closed out because you bought it out. That's why I said that was it.
No, that was it. That was all I had to say. It's like,
okay. Well, what about you, DJ?
I just can't wait to get this week over with. You guys can check me out on Twitter, DJ81. I don't even think I'm gonna do anything on Twitch anymore. I've given up on Twitch.
Yeah, I went straight to YouTube. That's what I've been doing.
So
Hollywood trashing, man.
Yeah, I'll do my streaming on YouTube. As this week turns out, I did like back-to-back stream. Got cut off in the middle of it, but I was just shooting around, just shooting and breathe. I figured like right now, while 2K is in preseason mode, because all this crazy, like right now, their movement, it just reminds me of teams in preseason. They're all over the place and it's not quite together. As soon as the regular season starts, watch everything start to form.
Oh, look, it's getting chopping it up with somebody with 12 followers on Twitter that hates Madden. What do you know?
I'm not looking at that.
But yeah, that's on my YouTube channel under my name, Jordan. Find it on there. So
wait, is there a Hollywood sports?
No.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh. There might be a roast in order.
Go
ahead. Don't mind me.
All right, I got a question before we go. Honestly, everybody who's in the chat, if we decide, because I've been hesitant to do this, I've been talking about it, but I really need y'all to know, if I put up some T-shirts that has the First and Framerates logo, or if I have like with the logo and on the back of them it has something like, say, with DJ's name and number 81 on the back, or if I get Bills with his favorite number on the back, or with my name with number 20 on the back, or just anything like that, or just a regular First and Framerate shirt. Are y'all into purchasing something like that? Would y'all be interested in something like that?
Well,
let me know in the chat.
You probably want to see if we can get some avatars other than the ones we have.
Yeah, I mean that too. That too. I mean,
Name and a number or name them in the title of the show on a shirt seems kind of. I'm like, it's starter stuff.
I'm crawling, man. I'm crawling.
No,
I just need some engagement.
that's why I said it's starter stuff. Yeah, we start there, but eventually we can get to that.
Right. I mean, yeah. If I make, because I've been talking to a company that does a good job with shirts.
Mhm.
They're high quality shirts, and I really want to make sure I get a good bit of them, and I don't want to get them and nobody buys them or nobody's like interested or whatever. I'm just trying to get some type of engagement. I'm probably gonna put a poll up on Twitter maybe this weekend, and just to see what people may think about it. But this is like a small sample for the people listening.
Yeah, we're gonna have a shirt that says Hollywood Rule.
I know, right? Stuff like that. It's just
Quotable.
right now. It's just crawling just to see just a basic t-shirt. Now we got other funny stuff that I was thinking about that we could put on shirts as well. Hashtag Hollywood Rule. Some things that I've said that was dumb.
We gotta have one with fuck that. We gotta have one on there.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I just want to know what you guys think. I appreciate everybody with the feedback. I appreciate it. Definitely going to look into that. I just didn't want to just buy a shirt and say, "Hey, buy this." I need to know what you guys think. So, other than that, you already know Intro Champ. You guys can check that out. I'm not going into that. iTunes, SoundCloud, check us out. Listen to us when we're not live streaming. If you want something to listen to throughout the weekend, we're here. If you want to try to expose us and say, "Hey, you said this then and you say this now," that's a perfect place to do it. Download it and tell everybody else about it. I don't want to put hashtag Mills as a crybaby, but I'll probably put hashtag entitled crybaby. We'll know who we're talking about at that point. And or we could put hashtag bearded crybaby, something like that, But
gray bearded crybaby.
Yeah, gray bearded crybaby. Stuff like that. So just getting some engagement, let you guys know. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Next Thursday we'll be here. We're still talking about doing another episode throughout the week. We're still gonna be in talks of that. But other than that, we're good. We really appreciate you guys. We're out. Peace.
Peace
out.
All right.